Hello, welcome back to another Watchalong on the YouTube channel. We are live for the Bayern Munich versus Arsenal game and the Manchester City versus Real Madrid game. Now let's start by, if you're watching this on replay, make sure to like the video and subscribe. But let's also start by doing the lineups. Let me just get it up. Okay. This is the lineups for Arsenal Bayern, starting with Bayern Munich. Manuel Neuer in goal. Joshua Kimmich, Matthijs de Ligt, Eric Dyer, who actually wasn't as bad as I thought he would be in the last leg, and Mazraoui at left back. Let me just check if it's working, guys, because I've got a new mic. Okay, something's wrong with the audio. It should be fine now. Should be fine. I don't know what's going on now. I don't know what happened there. Okay, bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess right now. Hold on. Is there an echo on this? Okay, you should be able to hear me now. I could be... Sorry, this is such a mess. You should be able to hear me. Okay, bit of a mess. You could hear that? What the hell is going on? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, something's happened to this mic. It doesn't feel plugged in. Oh god. I don't know what's happened. I'm slightly panicking. Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me properly now. That was awkward. Okay. I'm sorry. I do apologize. You were 3 minutes in. I completely messed up the audio, and yeah, it was just me panicking. Sorry about that. Let's start again. The Bayern Munich lineup is Neuer in goal, Joshua Kimmich, Matthijs de Ligt, Eric Dyer, who played actually all right at the game at the Emirates. Mazraoui left back, Goretzka, Lima, Sane, Musiala, and Guerrero. Guerrero played on the wing because Gnabry and Koeman are both injured. By the way, when you come in here, let me know if the mic is all right now. Harry Kane up front with Martinelli, Havertz, Saka at the front three for Arsenal. David Raya in goal, Tomiyasu, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White. Obviously, doesn't want to go Zinchenko, and maybe he doesn't trust Kivior for this type of game. Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard. That seems to be the right midfield. And yeah, I mean, there's not really many surprises there. I'm not surprised by Kai Havertz up front. Martinelli having a bit of a stinker. They're more of a stinker than usual this season, so I don't know whether people are surprised with that. But let's go into the Manchester City Real Madrid lineups. Edison in goal, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Manuel Akanji, and Gvardiol. Rodri, Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Grealish with Haaland up front. Vinicius, let me just start from. I made that same mistake in the previous lineup. Let me do this again. Lunin in goal for Real Madrid, Carvajal, Rudiger, Nacho, because Militao's not fully fit, and Tchouameni got banned for centre back. And I can't remember. Alaba's got a long-term injury as well, so they've had to deal with a few injuries. But they've got depth. Ferland Mendy. I think a lot of Real Madrid fans online, especially, are quite nervous about Nacho. Valverde, Camavinga, and Toni Kroos. It's a good midfield, that. And Rodrigo, well, obviously Bellingham won't be playing striker. He'll be playing just behind, but split strikers, Vinicius Junior as well. This game will be goals galore again. I can guarantee you that. That's for sure. To be honest, again, let's go to the City lineup. Yeah, this is my only question mark with any of the lineups. my only question mark with any of the lineups is who is Bernardo Silva on the right, or is Foden and Kevin De Bruyne in the middle? Now, the reason why I think Bernardo Silva is in the middle is because our Foden and De Bruyne are either of them going to play deeper? Probably not. When they're off the ball, what happens? You can probably get ran through like that. Jude Bellingham did have the best of game last time, so we'll see if he has a good game against Rodri. But we'll stop sharing the screen now. This will be the last time. I promise you, it'll be the last time I do this. I'm just gonna do one more audio check. Just audio should be. It's not going to sound like the greatest like studio audio for this kind of stream, but what it will sound is way better than me having my headphones on. That's for sure. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if it works on my Mac, whether I can watch one game on my Mac at the same time as me doing a stream on here. I don't know if it's gonna work. I need to mute that. Will that work? Give me a sec. Okay, so that should be fine. The only problem now is if the internet messes up, and hopefully, if the internet doesn't mess up, we should be very good to go. Manchester City, Real Madrid on one screen, and Bayern Munich, Arsenal on the other. So that should be it right now. Let me put it. Wait, you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but I need to put it somewhere where I can, just in case comments come through, and so I don't have to click on it at the same time. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm just happy to have a microphone, to be quite honest. I'm actually really excited. Actually, before we get into anything, just before the game starts, I want to say a quick tribute and pay a quick tribute to Angry Rantman, who sadly passed away. If you don't know, this morning, English time, Chelsea content creator and just in general YouTuber, Angry Rantman, sadly passed away due to an illness that he's always had apparently throughout his time alive, and it was quite a shock, to be completely honest with you. Oh god, it's lagging. Um, it was quite a shock to be completely honest with you, and yeah, he's been taken quite young, and he's very iconic. Uh, I think no matter who you support, you've seen him before. After that iconic run after the Man City when Man City beat Chelsea 6-0, I think it was. I think it was that game. And he said, and you'll know him as the guy who said, there is no passion, there is no aggression, there is no mindset. And his runs were iconic. He just said how he felt. All the people that have met him, that said they've met him online, have also said that he was a very nice guy, a very genuine guy. And may he rest in peace. I hope his family are doing well. I just wanted to say that because unfortunately, like he was a very big person in this scene and very iconic, and that's what we all strive to be one day in terms of like just making a name for themselves in this thing that. And he was just a football fan that was passionate, and he was an abroad football fan that was passionate as well. He just said how he felt, and a lot of people that met him have said he's a great person. So yeah, rest in peace. And we're gonna get into the games. Yeah, just wanted to say that, and it might like let me know if it's lagging as well. I've got double screen, so Real Madrid on the screen that I'm looking here, and over there is Bayern Munich, Arsenal. I think Arsenal will get something. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of the biggest hate watches of all time. Um, we will be there no matter what, as Pep says, we will be there. Um, Obviously, as a West Ham fan, I have nothing against Manchester City. I've actually we're cool with Manchester City, so good luck to them against Real Madrid. I think they'll do their job, and I think Arsenal will do their job against Bayern, unfortunately. But I want Bayern Munich to do their job. Saka's talking to someone in the tunnel, and yeah, City are waving. The flags look like bin bags, but there's a big flag, a big blue flag underneath. So this should be interesting, guys. If you, by the way, yesterday's Champions League matches were absolutely amazing. They were sensational, and if it's anything like yesterday, if it was anything like both legs last week, this could be blockbuster. This could make history in the Champions League. I'm very paranoid, by the way, about because I haven't got any viewers in right now, so very paranoid about how um, this stream is going. But yeah, let me know who you think is going to win, guys, as well. If whenever you're seeing this, Bayern have got some firework stuff right behind one of their goals. Both teams are coming out. Both teams are walking out of the tunnel, and well, even I'm nervous, and I'm a neutral. I'm not even nervous because I want Arsenal to lose. I'm just nervous in terms of these games are massive, but an exciting nerves, you know. I need Bayern to get something because we're not going to get anything against Leverkusen tomorrow. So I need some happiness. I don't care about the coefficient and all that stuff because it doesn't benefit West Ham. Well, actually, it could benefit West Ham if we finish in a European place, but we're not going to. I was going to do a video rebuffing. I don't know whether rebuffing's a word, but debunking all the Moyes in arguments because I'm getting sick and tired of the "be careful what you wish for" phrase. But we might save that for another time. I don't know. One of the mascots got too excited. The mascots don't know what they're doing. Poor mascots, man. They just one of them just ran off, and then he was like, "Oh, ran off too early." A bit of a glitch in the first on TNT Sports 2. There was a we already panned to the VAR room. We don't need any of that right now. Especially what happened last week about the whole penalty thing, which by the way was not a penalty, even though for the people that watched the watch along, they would have seen that I was panicking because I thought they'd give that because that gets given in the Prem, but I personally wouldn't have given it. I'm surprised Thomas Müller isn't starting, but whatever in it. The thing is, surely Bayern Munich you can't lose at home. Please don't lose at home. I think Arsenal will be harder to break down because of the whole tighter defense. They're going to sit back, but surely Harry Kane. This is you got a point to prove. It's against Arsenal for God's sakes, Harry Kane. They're just trading the things now. Coin toss. Both games are doing it at the same time. Tomiyasu starting, of course. We went through the lineups. Camavinga started a deeper role. That won't actually take as much as away that people would think from Real Madrid. Because obviously, too many to destroy. We would have played at centre back anyway. Camavinga can pretty much play anywhere in midfield and left back. Camavinga is probably one of my favourite players in world football, especially right now, because that guy can do nearly everything. Scored a deflected goal against City. Put it this way, there's going to be goals from every team. I can guarantee you there will be goals from every team throughout throughout the legs. I will update the score every time as well. By the way, someone's got to remind me to do that. But yeah, I will rotate. I mean, I will update the scores. And we're about to get started in both games. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. Honestly, I am excited. This could be a really good night. The Real Madrid game has just kicked off. City have kicked off just then. And the Bayern Munich game, the Bayern Munich Arsenal game has just kicked off as well, with Bayern Munich kicking off first, both home teams kicking off first. Should be interesting. I'm gonna have to keep switching my head. Martin, if there's anyone for Arsenal that's got something to prove today, it's Martinelli. Got to prove I am the best left winger at this club. He's got to go back to last season, Martinelli, where he was very effective. What's interesting from this Real Madrid game that I'm just seeing right now is Valverde is taking goal kicks. Arsenal currently playing out. Real Madrid got the ball in the City game. See if Declan Rice affects the game going forward. So what I'm gonna do actually, I'm gonna have to do this. Did this last week. And just in case it lags, I don't think I can have the Real Madrid game on my Mac. I'm gonna have to put the City game on my phone. Alright. City game on my phone instead. I can't put it on my Mac, otherwise the whole stream is going to lag. So should be fine. Oh, God. I'm trying to stand my phone up. I hope that nothing gets affected there. I can see the Madrid game like that. It's on a severely smaller screen as well. It's on my phone, but Bayern Munich game, Arsenal game, straight on my TV in my room. Tomiyasu inverting. Both English teams just playing out right now. I think that's a Kanji going into midfield for Manchester City alongside Rodri. 3-2-5. Odegaard's panic pass. Now Bayern have got the ball. Odegaard initiated a press. Oh, Musiala's on a run here, away from Jorginho. Probably taking too many touches, but they've still got possession, but Arsenal are back in their shape. Leroy Sane taking on Gabriel and Martinelli. Sane twisting away. Declan Rice covering the spaces. Kimmich. Kane is wide. That's the first chance of the game. It's lagging you. Fucking hell. The stream's lagging even more with it being on my phone. I don't understand. Alright, so I'm sorry guys, the stream is going to lag. But the only way I can watch these two games is if it lags, unfortunately. Can't use my mobile data. I'm on Wi-Fi as well. So it probably doesn't help. I'm sure Arsenal will try and pick their moments. I think part of me thinks they'll take it to penalties. But part of me just thinks that Arsenal could stink out the place and maybe take it to penalties. Saliba with a long ball, headed away by Mazarawi. I forget that he plays for Bayern. Madrid pressing City. Walker's come back into this, and this is his first game back from injury. Vinicius Junior Rodrigo really pressing him. Neuer's got to boot that out for Bayern. Just a game of cat and mouse. Both games pretty much at 0-0 anyway because of the aggregates. Cavadio's done well there. Oh, Bernardo Silva is in the centre. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why anyone thought Foden and De Bruyne would be in the middle at the same time. But I don't see the point of having Foden on the wing. Even though he's good on the wing, but he's not Foden. You know, it's not what people want to see from Foden. Musiala slips. Declan Rice slip in as well. They both slipped. Both of them had the ball in promising areas. Well, not promising areas, but both had the ball. Kane is wide again. With no run up, we're never going to score from there. From what I've seen, the short time I've seen both games, Cavadio's had an alright start. I do wonder what goes through a manager's head when they know they're leaving at the end of the season and they're in a big crunch game, whether they're still motivated themselves to leave on a high, essentially, or just give up on the season, especially when they've lost the league for the first time in how long? Over 10 years? It was like Bayern are sitting in the same shape as they did in the away leg. And to be fair, it did work until the probably the last 20 minutes, whenever Arsenal scored their second goal. Saka. Everyone's doing the whole thing of Saka limping. When is Saka going to limp? It's probably at the end of the game. Probably he'll be run into the ground or he'll get kicked. City have Madrid kind of cornered. You see how Rudiger does against Haaland again. Something in my eye. Tomiyasu inverted. Is he really that much of a good player centrally? He's just good defensively. He's just better to like not having a counter. Is City attacking? Rodri to Cavadios, Bernardo Silva drifting out to the left. Joe, I think Bernardo Silva is absolutely world class. Just in general, but in the middle, I love him in the middle. Like on the right, he's very good. He played really well for the treble side for City last season when they were recycling the ball on the right. But in the middle is definitely his best position. I remember not this season, but last season's Manchester City documentary. Uh, City just had a chance there. Mahrez was talking about how good Bernardo Silva is in the middle. Martinelli curled a shot wide. Um, and yeah, he was just talking about how good he was of a footballer, but just in the middle. And we obviously know that Bernardo Silva would probably prefer to play in the middle, but they've got so many players that are good there. So sometimes someone has to get sacrificed. Part of me thinks just put De Bruyne on the right because that's where he likes to be anyway. But I don't know. Guerrero playing a 1-2, and Mazarawi is not as fast as Saka, so Saka doing his defensive duties. I'm actually really looking forward to the Euros, if I'm being completely honest as well. International football, but actually a tournament, so we don't actually have to like you know get bored. It's competing, competitive, and it's the summer. The sun's out. You'll be drinking and stuff. Musiala did well to win the ball there, but he's taken too many touches on the ball so far. It's Conrad Lima. I don't know how Conrad Lima's doing at Bayern. The only Bayern games I've watched was Harry Kane's first couple games. The game against Leverkusen away, where Leverkusen smacked them up, and Champions League games. I watched them against Lazio, and I watched them against Arsenal last week. I've only watched like 6 games of Bayern. That's around that this season, so I don't really know how Conrad Lima's doing. I don't remember how he performed in most of those games, to be completely honest. But I don't think Bayern fans are entirely happy. I like Joshua Kimmich. Obviously, everyone's going to compare it to Philip Lahm because of the right back stuff, the midfield stuff, but he's just so good. And the fact that he's linked with the Premier League move, whoever gets him in the Premier League, if he does come to the Premier League, they'll be very lucky to have him. Real Madrid just feeling themselves in this game. Well, Camavinga straight into Ederson. I think it's Ederson playing. Yeah, it is Ederson playing. That was a pretty much same position where he scored the deflected goal last week. Yeah, Saliba. Odegaard. See how much of the ball Bayern let Arsenal have. Will be interesting. Go back to Saka. Saka against Mazarawi. I think Saka did there. He's done Mazarawi there for the crossover hit. Looks like Arsenal and Real Madrid maybe slightly better right now. I don't know. First 11 minutes of both games, nothing's really happened. Obviously, high standards compared to last week because Bernardo Silva scored by now in last week game. Yeah, apparently Lunin's impressed for Real Madrid. He's just passed his Carvajal. Odegaard's won his duel with Lima. Neuer's booted it away again. Bayern haven't really done much. More pressure on them because they're at home. Oh my god! Real Madrid have scored! Rodrigo, 1-0 up! Real Madrid are 1-0 up. Oh my god. Rodrigo had 2 chances. And yeah, Real Madrid are 1-0 up. Scored a rebound. I don't know what the defence were doing for Manchester City, but it is 1-0. I was literally talking about nothing's happened so far. And there we go. Wow. What happened here then? That was Bellingham that took the touchdown. And then Valverde drifted right. I think Vinicius is onside. Vinicius was drifted out onto the right. Oh, Kyle Walker, that's awful. That was Kyle Walker's man. It's a bit of a risk putting someone in that's just come back from injury, isn't it? But Walker slipped, and then Rodrigo had 2 chances. He wasn't going to miss the second one, especially after missing the first. And Real Madrid are 1-0 up. Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. So I didn't expect Man City to go 1-0 down. One thing about Man City versus Real Madrid is that it's never over. Grealish just slipped into Bernardo Silva and it's blocked. It's been all Arsenal with the ball so far in the other game. Yeah, Saka. City have a corner. Martinelli not really doing anything against Kimmich. It's Declan Rice. Tomiyasu to Havertz. A lot of passing sideways. De Bruyne with the corner for City. It's not even being the first man. And it's gone out for another corner. Make sure to like the video, people. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for 250. As you can see at the bottom, road to 500 is on right before the end of the year. We need that. First 15 minutes of both games, first 40 minutes of both games, and Real Madrid have edged City, and that's it. Bellingham is marking Haaland, and the ref is giving them a talking to. They're having a laugh in a very serious situation. I know they're friends, but come on. City, the ball over the bar. Sane has just made Tomiyasu slip. I need Leroy Sane on it today. We had this conversation last week about Leroy Sane. We're with another corner. I thought the other one was going to keep Bernardo Silva in. Madrid can counter. Good referee in that. That's not a foul. Come on, Bayern. One thing I will say about Arsenal is it's a case of are they just too burnt out, or are they going to be fired up after the Villa game? Mazzarari with a lovely ball. Leroy Sane, he's gone behind Tomiyasu. Didn't really get it under control, but then he did in the end, and then it was blocked. Good tackle from, I think, Ruben Diaz in the Man City game. That was a decent diagonal from Mazzarari there, drifting into the midfield from left back. So Tomiyasu kind of goes to sleep there, doesn't Zinchenko almost. Grealish just kept it on for City. Bernardo Silva. Haaland is over the bar. Kimmich will take the corner for Bayern Munich. Listen, these games are starting to pick up already, and we're only like 16 minutes in. Right. Who needs the away goal rule? I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. Who needs the away goal rule? Kimmich with the corner, headed out. It hasn't stopped anyone from playing football. Everyone's seen the games this week. It's not like the away goal rule has really affected it. Don't get me wrong, the round of 16 round wasn't that good. Let's be honest. It was very boring. I enjoyed Arsenal Porto, but um, but that was just tactically. I enjoyed it tactically. I didn't enjoy it as like a casual football fan. If a casual football fan was me, but the round of 16 was shit, and then everyone was talking about away goals and all this. I've always found the away goal rule to be bullshit, but it might just be me. It might just be because it's heritage. It's like nostalgia that people um, didn't like the change, and I get that because I don't like how football was changing either. But it is what it is, I guess. City got to find a way through this Real Madrid defense, man. They've got Nacho at the back. They've got Haaland. Like, should be cash money for them, but I'm not too sure. Bayern play risky, played up for the back. Arsenal pressing well. Kimmich slipping it into Lima. Lima's passed it off the pitch. Fuck's sake. Haaland's failed to control it with his back to goal. Is it raining in the Bayern game? Because Tomiyasu's already trying to wipe the ball with his hands. Either you're taking a long throw or the ball's going to slip out your hands. Throw taken. Lima's won the ball again. He's good at winning the ball, but he hasn't really shown much on the ball as a midfielder. Musiala's controlling it. City missed a chance. Bernardo Silva's, I think, that pants Bernardo Silva there. I didn't really see what happened in the City one, but Jorginho's just fouled for that. In a City game, De Bruyne put the ball across, and Lunin saved it. And yeah, I mean, City are going to score. It's just a matter of when, rather than if, you know. But they haven't started well at all. I have to be honest. And neither have Bayern. Neither have Bayern. I know Arsenal aren't winning, but going away from home, you'd be happy with this right now. It's pretty much a normal game because the aggregate score is pretty much even, or it is even. Leroy Sané taking on Martinelli pretty much because Martinelli's doubling up on Sané with Tomiyasu. Gonna put the screen a bit up. Let me know if the audio is okay, guys, as well in the comments if you're watching, because I'll be paranoid about it. I'm just first time with a new mic as well, so you're not having the whole headphones nonsense. City playing out, Arsenal playing out, both on the ball right now. Man City have given it away. They haven't been. They need to just wake up, Man City. They're not. Oh, Tony Cruz, that's lovely. The way he just turned away from Haaland there. Typical Tony Cruz. Ben White's putting the ball. Falling to Martinelli here. Declan Rice, shot blocked. Kane has had nothing pretty much apart from a couple pot shots. Gabriel with a ball to Tomiyasu. He can put a ball in here, and it's not really anything. Gotta stretch out for that. Delict. Bro, they're using Kane like we use Antonio. They just pin it for someone, and hopefully there's runners there. Arsenal are just camping in their half. Oh my god. Martinelli nearly walked through the Bayern Munich fucking defence. If they had let that go in, that would have been terrible. See, you're getting pressed. Bayern just need to go long. I'll be honest. There's no point trying to play out. Like, Delict has no option here, and Havertz have just pressed them. This is the first time I've seen Foden in this game, I'll be honest. They've done nothing down the right. This is what happens when you put Foden out wide. I've been saying this. Camavinga's been fouled. Bayern Munich on the attack here is Guerrero. Got Mazzarari to his left. Mazzarari! Oh! It's deflected, but I'm pretty sure deflected wide, but I think Raya got a hand to it. But that was good play from Guerrero. He waited for the Mazzarari run to just stretch the Arsenal defence. And they can get in behind, and they've linked up a couple of times down that left-hand side. I think Ben White got a touch there. I think that was actually really good defending for him, covering for Saliba there. Or covering for himself. Yeah. Ben White got a touch there. It went over Raya's hands. It was good defending. But yeah, Bayern have another corner. Bellingham's just controlled that really well here. So is Valverde. Bayern have another corner, another outswinger from Kimmich. Headed out. Real Madrid are through. Vinicius. Kyle Walker will clear it. Not clear it, pass out. They don't do clearances at Man City. Kanji's playing in the midfield. Every time a Kanji does this centre back to midfield thing, it's forced. Without Stones, that centre back to midfield thing does not work. You've got to play Rico Lewis, in my opinion. I would put trust in Rico Lewis in this game, and people think, oh, you're mad, but Rico Lewis doesn't feel pressure. Is Musiala. Good save from Raya. Kimmich in the box. And headed out by Saliba. That cross didn't really test anything, but that shot was good. Vinicius. Oh, it could be two. It's blocked by Gavardio. A shot over the bar from Valverde. Real Madrid are really just waiting for City to just open up and just hitting them on the transition and hitting them on the counter. Again, guys, let me know if the audio is fine. I need to know. So I can't check it because I'm watching the game on my phone. Just check settings. Just quickly. Should be fine. Should be fine. Sorry about that. Just very paranoid of whether the audio is doing okay because I'm going live. I can't hear myself. Bayern are just waiting for an opening to link up down the left hand side. They've done nothing down the right. They're just really relying on the left hand side. But the problem is Eric Dyer's not left footed. So apart from now, he hasn't really played out like that. But Saka wasn't really putting the intensity on the press. So I think Odegaard was quite pissed off because he was just putting his arms in the air like this. So I'm assuming that was a pressing thing. Sade, go and take on Tamiyasu, please. He's skipped past Tamiyasu. He's gone around the outside, but they don't overlap. So Kimmich with the cross is headed away by Saliba. Every cross has gone in, Saliba's dealt with so far. Saka couldn't get through, and Guerrero collected that. Eric Dyer just passing back to the goalkeeper. Man, like Neuer, doing it for like 20 years now or whatever. However long it's been. Definitely nearly 20 years, if it's not been 20 years. Can't believe the guy's still playing. I know he's a goalkeeper, but Jesus. Haaland did it straight out Lunin. Kimmich inverting. Sane's trying to get past Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu does so well there, uses his strength, and Martinelli wins the foul. Fair enough. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, people. Oh, De Bruyne had a shot straight at Lunin. Trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you for 250. Means a lot. We're halfway through. For the people in here, can you please tell me if the audio is all right? I need to know because I can't hear myself. Like you can hear me fine. I've got a new mic, so I'm really worried. But I'll stop going on about it now. But I'm just paranoid. It's a good save from Lunin. A typical dead Kevin De Bruyne shot straight at the keeper. Arsenal were kind of just passing slowly. They're passing like someone's injured. Oh shit, it's lagging. Hopefully you can hear me at home. Make sure to share this to someone who isn't subscribed if you are subscribed already as well. Manchester City have a corner. They've had a few already. It's been headed out. They've pretty much put it in the same area, but Grealish just kept the ball here. Here's Foden. Jorginho's put Ben White through, and that's gone nowhere. Kimmich has cleared up. Man City missed another chance. Bayern are kind of just soaking up pressure now. Been all Arsenal in terms of the ball, but Bayern have probably had the better couple of chances that they've had, and Real Madrid have just been better in terms of they've probably had better chances than Manchester City. But City have had more of the ball as well. It's pretty much the same trend. The English teams have had the ball. The foreign teams have tried to hit them on transition and the counter. Odegaard's had a deflected shot, and Neuer has made a mad save just to keep it out. That was deflecting like mad. Like Odegaard just thought, why not? And for a goalkeeper, that's kind of hard to deal with, but Neuer dealt with it well. Madrid hitting City on a counter here is Valverde. Valverde and Gavardio heads it out. To be fair, City haven't defended that badly, but apart from that, literally that goal from I don't know what Kyle Walker's doing. Oh, Kai Havertz been put through for Bayern and Neuer's dealt with it. It's Saka. Havertz, surely Havertz is offside. It's Saka. That was a poor pass from Saka. Havertz was blatantly off. They had a chance there, Arsenal. Don't understand. I think Arsenal will be more confident and feel like they're. Well, Havertz was offside twice. So he was offside for the original shot anyway. I'm pretty sure when Saka passed it to Havertz, he was already offside it anyway. But Arsenal will grow as they're growing into this game. They'll feel more confident that they can do something, especially away from home, because Bayern are relying on transitions and counters. They're playing exactly how they did in the first leg. Just want Bayern to get something. Declan Rice probably taking too many touches on the ball there. Here's Grealish. Gavardio. Rodri. Headed out by, I think that was Mendy. Odegaard Martinelli. Oh my god, that was a big chance. That was a big chance. He could have done way better with that. He just passed it into Neuer. He was right in the centre of the goal, pretty much on the edge of the box. I thought that was going to go in. I don't know what Martinelli was thinking. Grealish. It's deflected wide. Even though the ref has given a corner now. He originally gave a goal kick. Grealish, good dribble there, and then it deflected off Carvajal. City have like one of their like fifth or sixth corner of the game. So they go down the right hand side. City with the corner. Again dealt with. Madrid have dealt with all the corners. That's a poor pass from Sade. Rice to Jorginho. Jorginho getting a bit more control. Bayern, I'm just a little bit frustrated because of the way they've approached this game. They're relying on half chances to like try and punish Arsenal. Oh, Gabriel's completely messed up for under no pressure there. He's made up for his mistake after Harry Kane tackled him, but there was no need to even put himself under pressure there. De Bruyne with a hopeless, frustrated shot. City have done pretty much nearly nothing, I'd say. Nearly nothing in this first half. They're at home as well. Both of the home teams have been, well, Bayern have had better chances than Arsenal, as I've said, but I think Bayern could do a lot more than just letting Arsenal have the ball. I get it. Maybe it might work. They played a lot down this right hand side and stuff like that. Like they've got the ball on the edge of the Arsenal box now, but there could be a lot more done from City. And Bayern at home, they should have the initiative to maybe go and win a bit more. But I think maybe they have a plan. Mazzarri with a shot. Musiala wants a free kick. Musiala needs to get up because Kimmich has no options. Both fullbacks inverted. Interesting. I'm sure at some point we're going to see Thomas Müller or maybe Matthias Tell. Pretty sure he was close to being in that swap deal for Harry Kane for Tottenham. Kimmich to Sane. Back to Kimmich. I'm pretty sure City have another corner as well. There's Musiala. Great tackle from Jorginho. It's out for Bayern corner as well. By the way, every time City have had a corner, it's pretty much been the same. It's been like a floater in the air, and it's just been headed out by Madrid. I'm pretty sure that they seem to have prepared for this a lot. Great tackle from Jorginho. It's kind of the same with Bayern's corner as well. They've done nothing. Similar corner to the Liverpool away one from City there, but doesn't amount to anything. You can feel the tension, even though I've got no volume on in both games. You can feel the tension in both games. Bayern taking a short corner has gone to Guerrero, and Saka's gone down with a head injury because it's gone straight into his face. Kyle Walker to Foden, Kanji passing by to De Bruyne, and the ref has blown his whistle, even though it's a blatant shoulder barge. Make sure to like the video, people, and subscribe if you're new. Whilst we have a stoppage, I'm sure Saka's fine. We've all had that before. If you played football, you've all had a ball straight to the face, not in that way. No, did he? But you've had a ball like a mitre football kicked hard at you is the worst. And Bayern want to play on without Arsenal taking a water break. I know Bayern are trying to find any loophole in the book, but nah. Maybe I just didn't hear a whistle, but that's never happened. You're never going to get away with that. Haaland on a transition for City is Grealish. Grealish! Oh, I thought it went in. It was side netting. Rudiger again. Bayern messing up on the ball. Rest to Havertz. De Bruyne. Rodri, De Bruyne. Straight into Lunin. Gavardio to Rodri. Gabriel blatantly wrestling there. I need to stop saying the word blatantly in the stream, but Gabriel just pinning Kane. Strikers get nothing. If you're a big striker, you're going to get nothing from referees in modern day football. And to be fair, it's always been like that. But from when I've been watching football, I remember Andy Carroll used to get nothing because he was tall and strong. And that's what striker like. If you watch football nowadays, we get it with Antonio. Brentford get it with Ivan Toney. Mitrovic used to get it in this league. Like Haaland gets it. Like if you're a striker and you're tall and strong, you would just be expected to wrestle off everyone. Carvajal was saying that Grealish dived in the City game and it did look soft, but I don't think he dived. But he's been given a yellow card, and oh god, Bayern messed up on the ball there. That could have been another chance for Arsenal. Martinelli's been fouled there. Carvajal misses next match, the first leg of the semi-final, if Madrid go through. And currently, as it stands, it looks like they will go through. And yeah, that is a foul on Martinelli from Goretzka. Lime has been terrible on the ball so far. Declan Rice pressing and winning the ball. Someone's gone down for Arsenal. I don't know what's happened there. Odegaard's gone down. Holding his legs. What's going on? De Bruyne with the free kick for City. Bellingham clearing it. Don't know what's going on, but Odegaard doesn't look okay. I doubt he'll come off. Jesus Christ! When you played that many games, though, I guess that's what happens. But to be honest, he probably should have come off against Villa. Even though I know he looked tired, but if anyone was going to score, it was going to be Odegaard. If anyone was going to create anything, it was going to be Odegaard. But I doubt he'll come off this game because They kind of need him. Declan Rice will take it, headed straight into Neuer from Havertz. Not really much he could do with that as well, Havertz, because one of them ones where it fell onto his head and it's almost like the speed of the ball, all he could do was really flick it on. But the problem is he could only direct it towards the keeper there. Lunin's been pressed by Haaland and they got blocked there. Honestly, I know Kimmich is good at right back. They probably need him in midfield, if I'm being completely honest with you. But then again, they don't have any other defenders. They can probably switch it around, maybe put Mazzarri right back and Guerrero left back, but they probably want Kimmich right back for that solidity because he's actually a very good one. 1v1. Thoughts on Bowen coming back? I feel like we're gonna rush him back, bro. I feel like he's definitely gonna start tomorrow because we're in desperation. I don't think Moyes will bench him. I know he's playing mind games in the media, but I think we're gonna rush him back because we need everyone because Paquetá's out for the game. Emerson's out for the game, so maybe you won't play Ben Johnson on the wing, but it might be a Kudus, Bowen, Antonio front three. I always thought Johnson was going to play the front three, but I just hope he's fine. I hope we don't extend his injury for even more. As much as I'm not really bothered about the rest of the season Premier League wise, because I don't think we're going to finish in Europe. I hope for his chances of if he can get into the Euro squad. I hope he's available at least, so he gives himself a full chance. We're starting to see like not a dropper from Jared Bowen because we're still seeing the quality from him, but he's getting to that age now where he's getting way more injuries because this season he's had like 3 injuries, and he doesn't usually get injured in a season. He would get like 1 injury a season. And listen, I'm glad he's back and we'll need him, but I feel like we're just rushing him back because we've seen with Mavropanos on the weekend, we've seen with Paquetá against Bristol City, we've rushed people back this season and poor squad management. What happens when you sell depth and you don't replace depth? Saka's really done well against Mazzarri defending him in this game. Coming up to half-time, it's still 0-0 in the Arsenal game, still 1-0 in the Man City game. Vinicius just swearing at Grealish. Well, I'm assuming he was swearing. Arsenal get a foul again. Should be interesting to see if City go up a few gears and Bayern, if they attack more, maybe in the second half. I think Bayern will approach the game the same. I think Pep will try and calm everyone down, be patient, try and motivate them. With tomorrow against Bayer Leverkusen, I just think I'm quite demotivated. I'm quite flat out. I'll give my all in terms of the atmosphere, but they just won their league. I know they're celebrating, but I don't think they'll. I still think they'll be disciplined enough to play this game. They won't look drunk playing that game, and I don't think it would. I don't think it would matter against us. We need 3 goals against the best team in Germany, one of the best teams in Europe, one of the favourites for the whole competition. Cresswell, Zuma, Ogbonna, Sufo. Again, CDM. I know he's good on the ball, but I'm not sure, I'm not sure whether he could play CDM. But I guess I know a lot of people aren't fans of Ward-Prowse. Kudus, Bowen, Johnson, Cornet, Antonio. I play Cornet on the left, Antonio up front, probably. I think Cornet deserves a chance. He won't get it. He'll play either Johnson or Bowen. I think what he's going to play is the shameful midfield of Souček, Alvarez, and Ward-Prowse tomorrow. And then he'll play either Johnson or Bowen, and then Kudus on the other wing, whatever other wing that would be, probably on the left. And then Antonio up front. Really, it probably should be Cornet, Kudus, Bowen, Antonio if Bowen's going to play. And if it's not going to be Bowen, then fuck it, just go for it. Just put Ings and Antonio up front. Just put Cornet and Kudus on the left and right. Like I feel like we should need to go for this. We're literally got nothing to lose. We're already losing 2-0 technically. I think I'd actually like to see Ogbonna in this game. I think he'd do all right. Um, we're going to struggle with whoever plays up front for them, whether it's going to be Boniface or I can't remember who else plays up front for them. Patrick Schick. Um, I think Fabianski would probably play in goal. Yeah, Johnson or Cornet. Yeah, again, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if this was like 0-0 and it was like to help Cresswell's pace, they'd probably have to play three at the back. But then again, we're playing. If I'm saying that, then we're playing Cresswell wing back. I think maybe just start Johnson at left back, maybe instead of Cresswell. I don't think Cresswell's actually been that bad since he's come in. Don't get me wrong, but I really worry for him in a four at the back against Bayer Leverkusen. If I'm being deadly honest, because I'm trying to think, he's coming up against Jeremy Frimpong. But yeah, Cornet will track back as well. Cornet can track back. He's played at left back as well. Played on the wing. Um, so I think he'll help him. But yeah, it just shows how bad our squad depth really is, and that we've completely mismanaged it, even over the course not just of injuries, but the January transfer window as well. Shot from City got over the bar, 1 minute at a time. In the Bayern game, 2 minutes at a time in the City game. But I would like to see Cornet tomorrow. That's the thing. I'm not like I'm obviously going to get up for it at the. I'm sure there's going to be an atmosphere tomorrow, but I don't have much hope. I don't really. I genuinely have zero hope. Like definition of zero. Like, this is the hardest team we've come up against in Europe since we've gone back into Europe, and I know what this manager's like. I know what these players have been like this season, and I don't really hold much hope. But listen, if we win three goals and we go through by some miracle, that'll be mental. Maybe, maybe. I just don't think it's a good idea to play someone out of position for the first time in a crucial game like this. It's half time in the Arsenal game. Um, maybe he can help him. Maybe. But again, isn't great defensively either. But maybe doubled up. Maybe both of them together could help him. We don't really have much choice. Maybe just, yeah, as I said, maybe just play Johnson left back. Maybe just play Johnson left back, and hopefully Sufal can use his experience down the other side because we're gonna have to focus more on attacking tomorrow. But when we are defending, just can't be naive. We've got to be just compact, and that's it. Defend as a unit. Don't do any stupidness and set pieces. City on the counter with Foden. Turned away from Camavinga's, put it through to De Bruyne. There's not really many people in the box. And it's cleared by Bellingham, and it should be half time. Half time in both games, 0-0 in the Bayern game, 1-0 to Real Madrid in the Manchester City game. Let me know your thoughts and comments about the games below, and just anything in the comments. Put anything you want in the comments. We've going into tomorrow's game against Leverkusen. You can see why Bayer Leverkusen have won the league, etc. And you can see why we are where we are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. Madrid could honestly be like 2 or 3 up. They could. I think that's what gives City a chance is the fact that Madrid aren't 2 or 3 up, because the game would have been dead by now. I think everyone was also gassing it up a bit too much about 2 years in a row they do a treble. Easier said than done. And Real Madrid are better than last year. City are worse than last year. I don't know who Pep can bring on. I look at City's bench and I'm not sure who they can bring on, to be honest. Alvarez, maybe. I don't think Alvarez is that good. Doku has confidence from the Luton game. It was a good goal from what I saw. But City just need to trust in their current 11. And maybe they need to invest in fullbacks in the summer. It would be mad to see both of these teams go out of the Champions League. Both of the English teams go out. But Arsenal are very much still in it. They'll be very happy with the fact that they're not losing away at home. That didn't make no sense. Losing away at Bayern Munich. they'll be confident now. They'll go for it in the second half. They have to, and I don't see why people wouldn't think they go through because Bayern not that good right now. Bayern are nowhere near that good right now. You look at their bench as well. They've barely got anyone on the bench. They've got Tell, they've got Muller. That's pretty much it. They haven't got options either. I saw, the thing is, when I saw these two names, it was the Graham Bailey report. I think Fonseca was on there or something. I'm doing good, Wolf. How are you? Um, yeah, it was. I saw the report. I think it was by Graham Bailey, that report on Twitter. Graham Bailey is not really a big source. Thing is, I've always thought of Arnie Slot as uh Arnie Slot as a candidate that I'd like at West Ham because of the football he plays and because I've actually watched a few Feyenoord games, like just a couple, just when they played in Europe. I'm not an Eredivisie, Eredivisie ultra. But from what I see, the Arne Slot, I like him. And Marco Silva could probably do well at this club, but whether he can challenge for Europe year in year out, I do not know. I haven't checked. I haven't checked my subscriptions. Sorry, my thing might be lagging. By the way, thing might be lagging. Just gonna turn off one of my Sky Goes just in case it's still lagging. Connection should be fine. Um, Let me check if my thing's updated. From what I last checked, I'm on 251. I'm on 253 now. I appreciate the people that are subscribed. Make sure to keep that up, guys. We're on the road to 500, so I appreciate everyone that subscribed. We're 82 subs just in this stream. That's amazing. Thank you. Yeah, do you know what? With the chances that Bayern are created, they've created a couple openings like down the left hand side and stuff, but um, like in possession, in possession they're naturally going to play slower because European teams and all that, but um, they do look slower. Arsenal want the ball, Bayern don't, and Bayern have been good in their shape. Arsenal have had half chances, but I think Arsenal would be happier than Bayern. Oh yeah. Besides Bowen, Kudus, Paquetá, Alvarez, Mavropanos, Emerson, that's the thing as well. I've debated with people before about certain players in this squad, um, about how well they can do and whether how much of a fault it is down to David Moyes and don't get me wrong, Moyes definitely takes a lot of the blame for the squad. But I'm saying like again, for example, I'm hearing a lot of like he'd do better in the high line and stuff like that. But you can't defend. Like you can't just defend. Like, but then again, it was the same for Kera as well. But this is the thing: I don't want again at this club. Um, yeah, the Moisiners are gonna hate whoever comes in next. They're gonna run their agendas, but that's Twitter. Like in real life, I think people will get behind them, but on Twitter, definitely you'll see certain accounts. I won't say their names, but you'll see certain accounts run the same agendas. This is the thing with this as well. Paquetá's gonna leave. Mavropanos, sometimes maybe good. You never know. He's just settling in. Alvarez, I trust him. I trust him. He makes mistakes now, but we don't play on the ball. Once we play on the ball, if, for example, like an Arnie slot, if he comes in, Alvarez, you'll see a better Alvarez. If we was to get a Marco Silva, you'll see Alvarez play as good as Paulinho does for Fulham, because Paulinho is just as aggressive as uh, Alvarez. Emerson, obviously, I trust him. Kudus and Bowen will stay next season, and maybe he might squeeze whatever he can out of the next squad, but I can't see someone like a Suchek, someone like a Suchek doing well there. Um, I think the keeper in the keeper section will be fine as well, and that's pretty much it. Like maybe a corner might come to life. I think Cresswell's leaving on a free, hopefully, because I don't want. Hopefully, we don't give him another year extension. I don't see the point, but I think 80% of the people that go to the ground know that Moyes is the problem. Like 20% back him no matter what. Yeah, this is the thing. Online, it's probably 50-50. At the ground, most people are discontent. Like, most people are complaining about the same thing with David Moyes. Like most people you'll meet in real life are Moyes out. Not everyone, but at the ground especially, a lot of Yep, 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 exactly. Especially West Ham Central. West Ham Central is a troll. I actually saw a clip from a West Ham space where someone said people forget that West Ham Central was Moyes out at one point. And the thing is, with West Ham Central, he's literally doing a whole agenda thing. Even though he is actually a West Ham fan, you can see him at West Ham games. He's thrown all his dignity away just to. He's been doing this for years as well, just to run an agenda and does what he wants, and he pretends like he's impartial when he's not. Yeah, there's other. If you want news, you can literally every big follow East London Hammers. They post news stories as well. But this is the thing with Twitter news as well. They'll post every source, like news from every source. So not all the sources are going to be official anyway. I've never asked, but which other West Ham channels do you watch? I think Claret and Blue and Claret and Blues are brilliant. Oh yeah, I just started watching Claret and Blues. I watch West Ham Fan TV mainly. I've I've watched a bit of Hammers Chat over the years. I don't watch many, to be completely honest with you. But if I was, if I'm being honest, I'd say everyone should subscribe to as many West Ham channels as possible and just pick what they like. Like pick what you like, because every West Ham channel out there does a different kind of style of content, and they have all different views, etc. Because think about it, we are the most divided fan base there is out there, but there's a lot of people, like a lot of different channels that have their own views. Like a lot of people get onto E20 zone. I'm pretty sure he's Moyes in. But listen, if for example, even if I was Moyes out, I go and watch. If I was to go and watch his content and still enjoy it, even if we have a different opinion, I'd still watch it. You know, the only time I couldn't watch a channel and it has a different opinion, um, is if they are saying things that are deluded. You know, better not to say anything. Joy is, I have nothing against any West Ham content creator. I've not watched like enough of everyone to be like this guy pissing me off, and there's nothing personal. Obviously, not. I don't think any of the other West Ham content creators even know who I am. To be fair, um, I mean, listen, the thing, like the owner is a problem. The David Sullivan's never not going to be a problem for as long as he's here. For as long as he's here, but we're lying if we're saying that Moyes hasn't played a part in mismanaging the squad and hasn't had the ability to get the best out of the squad. Like you go week in week out, and you're watching that, you're gonna naturally be pissed off at the manager. But yeah, everyone has a different opinion. Like even when Moyes goes, I've been Sullivan out ever since we moved stadium. I've been GSB out ever since we moved stadium. I've never been GSB in. I appreciate you saving the club, but you know, it was put it this way, yeah. With the whole owner thing, with the whole GSB thing, it was worse in the London Stadium era from like 2016 to 2020, I'd say. Yeah, 2020. From when we moved in, so around a Dean Garner situation, that was like peak like GSB out days where the owner had so much control over the club and was getting so much involved with the club that it was mental, that it was like the decisions were so bad. So bad. But to be fair, and this is a good thing and a bad thing, since Moyes has come in, he's a man that even at Man United he used to do this, where he likes to take control of everything. He wants his own director of football. He wants his own transfers. He wants to do whatever he wants in terms of the whole transfer thing. And that was a good thing to start off with because it took the whole footballing side off David Sullivan. But now we are seeing that Moyes' eye for talent isn't that good because he tried to do the whole playing football thing with the Paquetá, Skamaka, Emerson thing, but But we all saw and realized that he couldn't coach it. He brought in Mark Warburton to help him, but never used to even listen to him during their times there. And now he's gone back to obviously the rigid defensive football, and it's not working. Central called Chelsea a super team, all because dropping down the league to defend Moyes because someone screenshotted a tweet from 2 months ago of him saying their shit. That's what he does. Like, you see the big accounts on Twitter, they're just like most of them are faceless, and most of them are there just to farm interactions. I'm not gonna say which one I'm thinking of, but there's a account that just drives me mad on there. Luckily, I have them muted, so I haven't seen the tweet from them in a while. But honestly, some of these accounts, they're just doing it like just to bait people. Like West Ham Central is like a faceless talk sport, but just on Twitter. And there is like on, and the thing is Twitter's a wider problem where outside of football, you can have an opinion, and it has to be one thing or the other. I used to be on music Twitter, hip hop Twitter years ago, and because if, for example, I would discuss like I don't like this album. Let's say I don't like this album. I'm just saying I don't like it. That means I don't like every album that has that style of music. That was what music Twitter was. This is the wider thing with Twitter. With football, it's exactly the same thing. I think Moyes is a legend at this club for winning a trophy, but I also think it's gone stale and that he needs to go. That is it. We are sixth, seventh, eighth quarterfinal boys. Honestly, do you know what it is as well? That around the time we were losing to Forest and Arsenal, it was you're sixth and in Europe, and then we lose another game. You're seventh and you're in Europe, then we lose another game. You're eighth and you're in Europe, and then we lose another game. You're ninth and you're in Europe. So no matter where we were, they were going out there to try and justify it. They'll find any way they can to justify it. But this is the thing: like, if you're happy with what we have now, you've got different standards to what I have. And what I mean by that is that they've still got standards of us being a relegation battle side every year. And the point I don't get is what every point that the boys in lot make is off the past. So it was worse before, and look what he has achieved. Now, if I'm looking at the situation now, it's not going to get any better. The Slaven Bilic era is gone. The Manuel Pellegrini era is gone. There is no need to compare it to that. These are different circumstances. Moyes has brought us to a higher standard that he can't carry on to. That's why I give him credit. I was Moyes in for a long time up until 2022 Christmas. And then I stopped. I gave him a chance after the trophy. Should have ended on a high. And I think it's gone stale. I don't think it's that hard to comprehend. But the problem is people on Twitter don't want to listen to you. They'll make a point from the past and just ignore everything that you just said. We'll still talk about this, by the way. Carry on in the chat and like the video and subscribe. But the games are about to start again. Real Madrid, Man City, and Bayern, Arsenal. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I can still give someone credit and want them out. Like, everything is sentimental with these lot. Everything is sentimental. Odegaard's just shot it over the bar. Didn't Pellegrini get sacked for 19 points where Moyes got the same? I don't know. I don't know how many points he got when he got sacked. I'm going to assume you're right. So I don't remember. He got sacked. I remember his last game was that Leicester game at home. It could have been many. We went on a run. Then after that Carabao Cup game against Oxford, we went on a run of losing. And when Moyes got 19, were you saying that same season or last year? Because it was probably at the same point last year when you had 19 points when we were losing to like Brentford and Arsenal and them lot. We might have had less. Bayern are attacking Arsenal. Kimmich, Goretzka! It's hit the post! Guerrero is saved! Oh, fuck's sake, Bayern, man. Put your chances away. But yeah, that Pellegrini era, yeah, I don't like Pellegrini at all. I don't care if he's doing well with Betis. It didn't work at West Ham. And that is, again, I blame everyone where West Ham are doing badly. So that's manager, that's owner, that's players. Everyone. I give everyone credit when we're doing well. Apart from the owner, I don't give the owner credit when we're doing well because I can get into that another time. But the players and the manager, I always give credit when we're doing well. Always give credit. I was praising Moyes tactically on the old videos. You can go and watch the old videos from a couple of years ago. I was praising Moyes every time. And a lot of people look at league position, yeah? When 2 years ago, in the 21-22 season, I was feeling much better about West Ham because that team was better in terms of not the players, but in terms of a cohesive team. That was better because we knew what we were doing. We would sit deep, but nobody would complain about the football then because we were getting results. But even the second half of that season in 2022, that's when the slip off started. I didn't see it then until the next season started, the 2022-23 season. But we barely won any games in 2022. We barely won any games, so we was already around seventh anyway. The Premier League isn't that good when it comes to European battles. A lot of people around that European space are going to be inconsistent anyway. So we won enough games to finish in that top seven, and we missed out on top six, and I was pissed off with getting Conference League, but we ended up winning it anyway. So, and I'm not going to by the way, I'm not going to discount the Conference League either. So what if you beat who's in front of you? But what we did do was make a meal out of the fact that, for example, against Fiorentina, obviously we made a meal out of that as a final, whatever. Who cares? Who cares how we played in the final? We won it. Against Alkmaar, we went 1-0 down. Against Ghent, we went 1-0 down. And again, Ghent away was the only game we didn't win. Silkeborg, we made it tough. Silkeborg away, we made it tough. We won 1-0 against Anderlecht and 1-0 against Silkeborg, I'm pretty sure, both times, or 2-1 against Anderlecht. They had a penalty at the end. These are games that we could have made comfortable, that we made uncomfortable. Now, it doesn't matter in the end because we won it. But those were signs then that we weren't that good because we were trying to integrate 6 players that we signed into a new style of play. Tobias is pointing to his eye. He's trying to get the physio on. But yeah, I could go for days, for hours, for Moyes out, Moyes in, whatever. I could talk about it for ages. Nothing's going to change tomorrow. And nothing's going to change this season for me to say otherwise. Because we're not going to win the Europa League. There's the thing, they'll be like, oh, if you won the Europa League, you'd still be Moyes out. If we won the Europa League, I'd say I was wrong. If we won the Europa League, I'll put everything away. I would apologise. But I'm not expecting anything in Europe anyway. I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting to win the fucking Europa League. What I'm expecting is basic stuff. Yes, I would take Grealish any day of the week. He's better centrally as well. Drifting through the number 8 and number 10 role where he played at Aston Villa, he had the free role from the left. I'd take Grealish any day. If that was, I don't think he'd come. I don't think he'd come to us. I think Pep will keep him, but I would take him. I think we could get a good couple of years out of him. And I think if he was to leave, I think he'd go back to Villa. But honestly, I would love Grealish at this club. Someone that carries the ball. That would be our Paquetá replacement, pretty much, or kind of. If we played him in the middle and he plays off the left as well, Grealish. But yeah, I'd take him. He's a very skillful player. He needs freedom, and if we had a manager that plays on the front foot, he would suit very well. Obviously, he'd do shit under Moyes because he'd be like playing pretty much left wing back, tracking back. But I would love it. He'd do well with Kudus and Bowen. Saka's trying to get through Eric Dyer. Defending square on, Odegaard. Tomiyasu messed up there, Kimmich with the tackle. And Real Madrid just got a clearance off the line. Jesus Christ. See, come on, man, you're pushing. But yeah, I'll take Grealish. I think I don't know how much they charge, but regardless, for a couple of years, I'll take it. Hello, mate. How are you doing? Martinelli, cleared out. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah, it was close. Now they've got another corner, which they've been ineffective from corners all game. It's heating up a bit in these games in terms of chances. I'm really enjoying this. I can't lie. These Champions League streams have been really good. I should have done a stream yesterday, but I have a StreamYard limit, so I didn't know whether to do one. Oh, if Bernardo hit that a bit better, no, Foden hit that a bit better, that could have been 1-1. That could have been 1-1 right there. He placed it. It's kind of a hard one because it was on the bounce, but still, that could have been it. That was a great clearance from Nacho. There was a lot of doubts before the game with him, but it's done well. But Real Madrid could come alive at any moment. Tomiyasu with the throw, Havertz with the flick on. Clearance there. Odegaard's kept that. Done well there. Ben White to Saka, taking on Mazarawi. When he's taking him down the outside, he's done well, but Mazarawi's dealt with that. That's come off Saka. That's blatantly a goal kick. This is a debate. There's a lot of rumours about Rodrigo going if Mbappe joins. This is a bigger question because Rodrigo wants to play on the left, Vinicius wants to play on the left, and Mbappe is better off the left. So I don't know how they're going to fit it. Like the best manager to get the best out of all of them is Ancelotti, and he'll probably give the freedom. And the thing is, he probably won't even play all three of them. Rodrigo would have to play probably more of a squad role. But I think it'll be Mbappe and Vinicius just kind of going around with each other, and Bellingham playing just behind them. They'll play probably the same formation as they're playing now, the diamond, and Mbappe will have to replace Rodrigo. Rodrigo would have to probably sit out a bit more. Whether he'll be happy with that, I don't know. But if I was at Real Madrid, I'm staying at Real Madrid. That's a good problem. It's a very good problem. 3 world-class wingers. That's what. Listen, Real Madrid don't get their recruitment wrong. They're getting this Lenny Yoro guy. I'm pretty sure that centre back from Nice. Who else are they getting? I don't know who else they're getting, but they don't get their recruitment wrong. Like think about it. Look at how many midfielders they have. Look how many wingers they have. They probably want to maybe get another centre back in the summer. Well, they're getting Lenny Yoro guy. And he's coming in, and he's going to be under the wing of Alaba, Militao, Nacho, all experience, and they're all set up for these young players to have a good time, pretty much, a good time at the club. And that's how you don't like. That's how you put a youngster in a good environment, and they don't fail. That's why Endrick as well. Yeah, Endrick's joining this summer. They're gonna have quality depth. Their depth is gonna be insane. I'm sorry if it's lagging right now, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Endrick as well. I watched him. I'm watching him against England. I think was my first time watching him because I don't watch Palmeiras. I think Palmeiras is where he plays. Um, I think he's just talented. I think he's really talented. And again, he's a Brazilian that will look up to Vinicius and Rodrigo. Vinicius and Rodrigo are the oldest of players either, but he will look up to them as a youngster himself. Good defending from Bayern. They're struggling in the second half. Arsenal have come out better. But their attack, oh shit, Havertz has got the ball. Odegaard can't get through. Their attack is going to be good depth. Mbappe, Endrick, Rodrigo, Vinicius, and they play two. They play two up front anyway. Listen, I trust Stein. I do trust Tim Stein. He's in Brazil, and the thing is, we've got. I don't know what we're going to do with this Luis Al guy. I'm assuming he's pure profit. That centre back that plays in the under 21s that come from Brazil. And there's a lot of talent in Brazil. Like if we could get to some young Brazilian that is the next Endrick, I'll be mad. This is the thing. Like we're gonna have a lot to spend in the summer, from what I'm hearing, because the whole FFP stuff will restart. I'm assuming because of next season, and I don't really particularly know how FFP really works in general. But Arsenal nearly just passed it into their own net, and obviously the Paquetá money, 85 million release clause. Don't sell for any less. If they try and bid any less, forget that. And if we do, even if we don't spend that much money, we could find cheap deals. Like just find some gems in random countries Like we were trying to get Ibrahim Osman from Denmark. Like if you go to Denmark, Belgium, Brazil, uh, Belgium, Brazil, like even France, like don't sign a defender from the French league, but you'll find gems in these countries, like even like Sweden and all these places. You'll find gems for like 5 million, 10 million. Like 10 million's cheap. 10 million's like 2 million now. The market is mad. Kimmich in the corner, headed out. Um, but yeah, as I said, you can find gems. You can find gems. And I trust Steinem, man. I trust Steinem. If he gets full control, he'll be able to pick the manager. Um, because that's the whole point of having him. And him and Moyes do not. They have different views. They probably get along. I don't doubt that they get along. But I think we all know that Moyes is going, and Steinem will pick the manager. If Moyes stays, there is no point of Tim Steinem being here. Because you can't sign another Mohamed Kudus and another Edson Alvarez to put them under the wing of David Moyes. And even then, Steiden goes and does all the deals. He goes and scouts all the deals. And even Alvarez and Kudus was mainly under Mark Noble because Mark Noble went to go and scout Ajax. I'm pretty sure even before Steiden came in, him and Rob Newman. No, obviously, if Rob Newman still wants to stay as the chief scout, uh, Steiden as the director of football, we've got a good recruitment team there. And having a good recruitment team is very important, of course, and it's very public. Everyone's recruitment team is very public. You'll see it with Man United now under Ineos. They've got Jason Wilcox and them lot, and Dan Ashworth coming in, and they were trying to get Dougie Freeman from Palace, who's side like plays like Adam Wharton and plays like that, and the Munoz guy that's joined for as a right back. So we got to trust Steiner. We got to give him the freedom, and that's all Sullivan has to do. If Sullivan does that, oh shit, Jorginho over the top, ball to Havertz, and it's off. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Uh, I keep him, you know. I keep Flynn Downs. We haven't seen it under a possession-based manager. Um, I think. I think you see a better player. He didn't get much. Like this is what we do at West Ham with players like Flynn Downs and Maxwell Cornet, even like a Skamaka. They get a short spell at West Ham and they don't get a chance, and then people call them shit. Like Nikola Vlasic, by the way, may not have been good enough for West Ham at all, but he didn't play him long enough for me to judge him. He didn't play long enough. I'd keep him because he can retain the ball. He's better in possession than a couple players that we have. And I think if like Southampton could still get promoted, by the way. But let's say Southampton don't get promoted, I think we have more of a leg to stand on under a new regime and trying to keep Flynn Downs. And I think he's got a good. I'm in 50-50 on whether Flynn Downs might want to stay. He might want to stay because obviously it's West Ham and he supports West Ham and all that, and he wants to come and prove himself again. But the only other thing is that he's got a very good relationship with Russell Martin. He's obviously played under him at Swansea as well. So even if Southampton don't get promoted, maybe he'll join them on a permanent deal because they'll feel like the confidence from this season, they'll be bound to get promoted for the next season. But I don't see. For example, when Moyes stays, he's gone, and I don't think Moyes is staying. So hopefully he's not gone. And I think we should give him a chance. You don't sign someone for that amount of money to only give them one season. Yeah, I agree. I actually agree because you know what? Lunin was terrible in the first leg. He's good at obviously shot stopping as a goalkeeper should be. He can barely catch a ball though. He can't catch a ball. He just parries everything. But he seems to be better than Kepa. That's how bad Kepa is. He got signed on loan because of the whole injury crisis and still can't get it over a guy who's barely played for Real Madrid. But City aren't finishing their chances as it is. If they had Courtois and goal, it would be even worse somehow. It would even be worse than scoring no goals. Bayern with another corner. The amount of corners I've seen in this game from Bayern Munich and Man City, I feel like I'm watching the same game twice. And Kimmich tries to do a James Ward-Prowse, and it doesn't go in. It's a terrible corner. The longer this game goes on, the more I can see Arsenal edging it. I feel like the Arsenal game is going to go into extra time, and I feel like City are going to lose. That's what it's looking like right now. I don't see another goal. Like it hasn't been a bad game. for either game, but obviously not as good as the first legs. The first legs were brilliant. First legs were 16 out of 10 to watch. Surely you'd think City will push through, but in this game, Arsenal have been sloppy in possession, and Saka's dived again. Mazraoui, he's actually done alright filling in that left back. Conrad Lima, he scares me, man. I've heard he's done bad, but I haven't watched him. But he's retained the ball right there, but he nearly lost it to Odegaard. The thing is, the only winger they're really relying on is Sane, unless they bring Tel on to help Kane. Pretty much gonna have to play one dimensional. Sane's driven into the box here. And the defender that pushed him put him off there. It's good defending that. Guerrero. Oh, it's a goal! Come on, Joshua Kimmich! Joshua Kimmich! Come on! Yeah, do you know what? When I've seen this, bro, um, what's the name of the? Oh, I forgot the name of the guy. That Luis Campos guy. He's a good scout, and I had my doubts about Luis Enrique because I think his football for possession football is quite boring. But let's say Mbappe goes, they should just stop with the big names in general. They'll get their club back. And Vitinha's good. But yeah, I mean, preach that, my brother. Let me get that up. Oh shit! I swear I changed it. There it is. Bayern 1, Arsenal 0. Come on. Kimmich made it. That's a great run from Kimmich because obviously it's Martinelli's man. But um, like to make a late run from right back. Obviously he's a midfielder as well. He's got that IQ from that. Great play. But Bayern have either got to kill the game off because they can't. I feel like the momentum's going to shift to Arsenal now because Arsenal will be looking for the goal. Uh, the worst thing Arsenal could do now is try and play to the occasion and try and like put too many attackers on and leave themselves open. Harry Kane putting his foot in front there to win a foul. That's smart. He has a dive though. Lima's done well to drive with the ball. Tomiyasu probably could have won that. Sane, Kimmich done. Kimmich just been class in general in both legs. Like I've been really impressed with Joshua Kimmich, and I'm a big fan because I was a big fan of Philip Lahm. He's not as good as Philip Lahm, but he's done really well. Mazraoui in space linked up well. Guerrero, Sane. Oh, it's over the bar. Oh, I would like a City goal now. Rodri. But yeah, very happy with that. Bayern Munich has scored. Thank God for that. Arsenal started well in the second half and then Bayern creeped through. I don't think Arsenal created enough clear cut chances, but in terms of like having the ball and stuff. Rafael Marquez. What club does he manage? I've seen the name before, but I don't know what club he manages. Um, I'm assuming you mean like he's like the same age as Alonso Arteta. Like, this is the thing. I think we should go for like that type of manager that are these slots, etc. I think we should try go for a younger manager and let Tim Steiner deal with them. He might be on the list. You never know, depending on what club he's at. Barca Athletic. Wait, is that the clubs he's been at in terms of like coaching? Let me look him up. I'll go on Wikipedia. Rafa. Oh shit. Rafa Marquez. Where have I seen this before? Oh, is that Barcelona B? Okay. Oh, that's why I know his name. He's played for Barca as well. Do you know what? If put it this way, if they gave him the job, I'd support anyone that gets the job, but that I know that would be picked by Tim Steidten. Um, so why not? Why not? I guess why not? You got to start. Managers got to start somewhere. If it's at West Ham, I guess we've got to be a bit more patient and let someone build there. Gabriel Jesus has come on for Jorginho. I don't know who Trossard came on for. I'm assuming Martinelli. I think Havertz has gone into midfield, which is a terrible idea, or Jesus has gone on the left and Trossard into midfield. But yeah, Rafa Marquez. I mean, young manager. That's all I know, really. It's one of them football manager things, you know. We got to go for one of them young managers, I think, or just someone that wants to. Whoever can get the best out of these players that we have, in my opinion, should just take the job. And we probably do need to build on a project, but build on a project and compete. I don't want to just fall down and then just be completely mediocre. Yeah, Xabi Alonso was at Sociedad B. He was, and he got a chance at Leverkusen. That's the thing. A lot of the managers in Germany as well that have got into Europe on the rise and stuff. They've been given a chance like that. That Christian Streich at Freiburg has been at Freiburg for 12 years. He's one of the few managers that's quite old that's building something there. You don't really see managers stay for 12 years. But yeah, Xabi Alonso was at Real Sociedad B. So listen, doesn't mean it would all work, but doesn't mean it also wouldn't work. You can't do you won't know unless you try. That's the point. Uh, I think Arsenal might open themselves up a bit. Putting Havertz in midfield, don't think is a good idea. But that's a good thing for me because I get to see Arsenal crumble. But it's still too early to say that as well. There's still 20 minutes left and added time, so probably 30 minutes left. I'm honestly like people going at me on TikTok because TikTok are fucking stupid, but I can't wait until this season ends. Like June the 30th, I'm pretty sure is when contracts end. I only know that because I'm a football manager. So when that contract ends for the manager, I'll be here. I will be respectful, but I'll be relieved. I will be respectful. I will say thank you for everything. Like genuinely, thank you for everything, David Moyes. But it's time for something new. And we don't sack managers that much. We don't we don't have that many managers in our history. Like in my lifetime, from when I've been watching football, it's been from Avram Grant to now. So Grant to Allardyce to Bilic to Pellegrini to Moyes. I've only seen 5 managers. I know Moyes was in between Bilic and Pellegrini as well, but I don't really count that. It felt like an interim job. Musiala has done so well to get out of that today. Like just in general with the ball, he's been so good. Sane's taken it around. Tomiyasu, blocked by Gabriel. Oh, Saliba cleared it up for a corner. Sane's done well against Tomiyasu. It's been a good battle, good 1v1 battle. They both got at each other, etc. But yeah, done really well. Just checking if my mic's on. My mic is still on. Make sure to like the video, people, and subscribe if you are new. And yeah, on the road to 500, as you can see at the bottom as well. Is that Oscar Bob coming on? Doku's coming on. Doku's coming on instead for Grealish. Corner for Bayern. Guerrero into Delict. Neuer. 72 minutes in, and Manchester City have done nothing. Yeah, Doku's on. Doku's on for Grealish. I don't think Grealish played that bad, but want to bring on Doku for something different, I guess. Doku's definitely a confidence player. You can just see it's so rush when taking on plays. Like he looks really good at times where he's just skipping past, but sometimes he just does too much. I think that will be coached out of him of doing too much, and I hope it's not. I hope taking on players won't be coached out of him because we don't get that in football anymore. Wingers taking on players. He's not a flashy technical winger, but he's sometimes the rashness will work, sometimes the rashness won't work, and who better than Pep Guardiola to have that? Arsenal haven't really reacted since the goal. They haven't reacted at all. They've got a corner now, but I don't know. They haven't reacted at all. They haven't done anything. City just passing it sideways right now, trying to find an opening. Real Madrid will be very happy with what they're seeing. Arsenal got another corner on the other side now. Do you know what? All I've seen is the rainbow flick, and I watched one Leon game, and he was shit. I can't remember who it was. I think it was against Lons or something. Lons at home that they played. I don't rate Benrahma like anymore. I rated him when he came in, and then all I was seeing from Benrahma was shots either at the keeper that were passes or shots way over the bar. Um, but listen, they're sixth now or something. They're in Europe. They're in European places. So credit to them. He's clearly made an effect, but um, I've not really rated him like in his last year, last like few months he was here. He was good last season, but he was still doing things that I did like that we saw repetitively, and I don't think him and Fornals would have changed anything with them staying here. But what I will say is that we should have replaced them in the window in January window. But I wasn't completely upset that they left, and I'm assuming the clause the loan clause is going to be triggered. He clearly seems to be happy. That I've seen some quotes about him. I don't know him feeling happy or whatever. Like the intensity and the freedom, etc. Man City have scored. Kevin De Bruyne. The City dagger is here. And it's fallen to Kevin De Bruyne, and he's scored. Manchester City have equalised. You cannot rule out Manchester City. This could be going to extra time, lads. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly, bro. Doku, instant impact since he's come on. Just been direct, been quicker. Don't think Grealish was that bad when he was on, but it fell to De Bruyne, and that's what the clutch man does. Kevin De Bruyne is a big game clutch man. That's what he is. He's been shit this game, but he pops up with a moment. That's the difference between someone like a Bruno Fernandes who does nothing and then pops up with a moment that isn't in a big game, or against Liverpool, fair enough. That is a big game. But I'm saying for your club, at clutch moments, the Champions League against Real Madrid, that is a clutch moment right there. Oh, Joe, the replays have just gone, so I don't know if Rudiger slipped. I think he, I think he reacted too early to the ball moving. I don't know whether he put in a block in or not. By the way, Kim Min Jae's come on. Eric Dyer's playing left back, which is weird. Eric Dyer's playing left. Wait, what? Wait. Eric Dyer's playing left back for Bayern. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, I'm not sure if Rudiger slipped. I think you just reacted too quick. I need to watch it back again. I should have seen it on the replay. Well, I'm trying to watch two games at the same time. But Rudiger has been decent all game, just up until now. I don't know whether this is an omen for English teams to come back because both teams have been 1-0 down. I don't know whether Arsenal will come back. But Saka just won a foul, very very soft foul. It would be just Manchester City. Well, it would be like either of these teams in this game for them to score a winner before the 90th minute. But they've been patient, and that's what happens. Sure, if he goes back to Napoli, that's a howler of a transfer. Because Tuchel was so happy when Kim and Jay came in. I don't know why. I'm assuming he hasn't just settled into the area then. De Bruyne! Just over the bar. Odegaard delivery on the ball in. Has gone straight out. Joe, I haven't seen that report, Fuego, but I haven't seen a report of him going back to Napoli. I know that he's not happy. I'm assuming that's why he's been benched for Eric Dyer. Him and Upamecano. But going back to Napoli, I mean, it makes sense, but you also Napoli is the death row of football. If you know about shootout death row, that is Napoli. Their contracts, like once you're in, you're in. You're not getting out unless they offer you big, big money. That's why it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Osimhen. And I've heard nothing about that winger, the number 77 winger. Luka Modric is coming on for Real Madrid. Looked the same for about 12 years. But yeah, I mean, if he doesn't go back to Napoli, I'm sure that maybe some other clubs will swim round. Cruz is coming off for Modric. Now Kim and Jay's covering left back um, for Eric Dyer. Kim and Jay's done a good tackle that. Joy, it's funny. I haven't actually watched enough of Kim and Jay to really put an outright opinion on him. I think he was at the World Cup with Korea, but I didn't watch many Korean games. Yeah, I'm listen. I'm all for City getting a winner. All for City getting a winner. Declan Rice put Gabriel Jesus through, and Jesus has skied it. Was that even offside? I don't know if that wasn't offside. That is a terrible miss. They want a loan. It's interesting. I can see that happening because I don't see like they don't have much money in Italy in general. There's not much revenue there. I can see that. That's the most Italian transfer ever. A player goes away and then you get them back on a loan. That's the most Italian thing you'll see. That always happens in Italy. Another interesting thing is where's Lukaku going to go? He's been on Inter. He went back to Inter on loan, flirted with Juventus, then he fell out with the Inter fans because he flirted with Juventus. Then Juventus fans didn't want him. I'm pretty sure there was like banners of him like don't come here. Then Mourinho wants to him at Roma. He's been sacked. Will Roma get another loan? Like it doesn't seem like Chelsea are going to get money for him. City are just trying to patiently play Real Madrid. I haven't seen Real Madrid attack in a while. Doku. Oh, De Bruyne again! Oh, it's over the bar. Oh my god. By the way, yeah, Fuego, that is the most Juventus thing ever. The fact that they still have to pay Ronaldo money. I've not seen that by Fabrizio Romano, but that is the most Juventus thing ever. That is the most Juventus thing. Like, the fact that they still have to pay the money for Ronaldo now. Mental. Absolutely mental. Poor finances at that club. No wonder they wanted a fucking Super League. Yeah, Madrid are fading. That's the thing. Madrid will fade, and they'll still get something. Like that's what they do. Like I think City. I've said City will go through, and Madrid were frustrating them. They were better in the first half. But Man City are just patient. They're at home. They're not going to lose at the Etihad unless it goes to penalties. They're not going to lose at the Etihad. And to be honest, you can't even say that the City players have played well either. You can't really say that either team have played well. It's just Madrid were more effective. Musiala tries reverse passing it into Kane, but Saliba intercepts. I've kept most of my eye because of the big screen on the Bayern game, but because City Madrid are kind of like there's not really a winner yet. I'm kind of watching that game slightly more now because part of me doesn't think Arsenal were going to get back into it because I haven't seen Arsenal do anything since the goal. And to be fair to Eric Dyer, he's not done bad in these legs. He's not done bad. Kimmich, Kane, that's a bad chest pass. Is that Rodrigo coming off? Oh fuck! Rodrigo's coming off for Brahim Diaz. Okay, Brahim Diaz, from what I've seen, he's done well, but Rodrigo coming off. Now I think City are going to win even more. They've already got Vinicius on the break. I know Brahim Diaz can drive with the ball, but really? Rodrigo coming off? Ancelotti, are you alright? That eyebrow's not got any superpowers today. Is Declan Rice for Arsenal? You know what, Conrad Lima in the second half, I've been impressed. I think that's a yellow card for Ben White for fouling Guerrero. Jude Bellingham started well in the first half, but I've seen nothing from him in the second half because Madrid have had nothing of the ball. I mean, I mean, even I will be fucking celebrating it if Arsenal go up. By the way, after this stream, after the games end, I'm gonna give my match reaction. Like I'm gonna do it on the stream. Do a match reaction pretty much after the game, summing up the games, and then I'm gonna upload it as a clip onto the YouTube channel, as a separate clip, and then obviously tomorrow back to normal schedule. Um, Leverkusen match reaction, all of that. Yeah, Madrid definitely won extra time, but I still think if they want to give themselves a chance, like you need pace, huh? I'm surprised Kyle Walker hasn't come off. I know he's a defender, but first game back, they've got Chelsea on the weekend in the FA Cup. The treble is currently still on. Don't think they're going to win the treble, but I'm not too sure who else would win the FA Cup. And if they go through here, I'm not too sure who else could win the Champions League because I'd never believe PSG are going to win. I'm not sure what's happening. Gula is definitely a wonder kid, but I'm not sure what's happening. They're going to probably talk about his future in the summer, whether he can go out on loan or not. Tobias has come off it and Nketiah. Arsenal have a free kick. They're going all out now. Odegaard. Bayern got a free kick. Bayern are doing all the dark arts to get out of here. Going out on a 1-0 is such a well, it's probably what Tuchel would have wanted, to be fair. He's probably done a job on Arteta again. But I would say it's more I don't know what Arteta maybe could have done in this game. Maybe what more he could have done. I think maybe apart from the substitutions were quite bad. Um, I'd say I don't know what the Arsenal players were doing, especially the attackers. Foden's had a shot, it's just blocked. Yeah, Arda Güler, I think they're going to talk about his future in the summer. What the report I've seen, because ever since like a lot of clubs have this where they have that transfer, and as soon as they get transferred in, there's transfer rumors of them leaving. It happened with Scamacca because he's Italian. It would have if Tonali didn't have that ban, it would have happened with Tonali as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know how much. This is the thing, Doku. That's a Doku thing to do because I've seen Doku do that a lot. Um, whether he'll get the penalty, I don't know. But he's been effective since he's come on. Odegaard, Odegaard, saved by Neuer. They've given a goal kick, but that's a corner. That like Arsenal should have had a corner. I'm sure Arsenal fans are going to talk about the ref. It's just going to be the ref and all this. Um, but there was 2 deflections on that. I don't know how that's not been given. That's a terrible decision. Should have given that as a corner. Bayern got away with that, but I'm sure, like, I can guarantee you, I can bet you right now that Arsenal fans are going to complain about that for the rest of the week, up until Wolves. Upamecano is coming on for Sane. God, if by the way, Bayern now have to win this because if Sane's coming off for Upamecano and then they go into extra time and Arsenal score, they are fucked because then they have to come out of their shell again. Do you know how hard it is to like see out a game and then they still and the other team still find a goal and then you have to come out again? Kane's flicked it on. Kim Min Jae's playing left wing back. What am I watching? I remember when Tuchel was at Chelsea. He used to play when he used to do this wing back system. Everyone played wing back for Chelsea. Malang Sarr played wing back. Loftus Cheek played wing back. Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi all played wing back for Chelsea. Everyone played wing back for Tuchel under Chelsea. Kim Min Jae's been good since he come on as well. Just defending Saki. Like again, it's a centre back putting a left back. It's not that bad because they're just not going forward. But still, it's weird. There's another ball on the pitch. I hope Upamecano doesn't fuck it up. Raheem Diaz on the break. Rodri's pulled him back. That's a foul. Eric Dyer. Lima. Driver with the ball. Bro, just go and counter. Just run it. Kane. Musiala. Musiala! Fuck's sake. He should have struck that way, but he did Gabriel there. Joe, the only one that's tried in this Arsenal team is Odegaard. I've not seen anyone from. It was like in the Villa game, even though Odegaard was tired and he came off, Odegaard was the only one doing anything. No other Arsenal player was doing anything. Four minutes at a time in the Arsenal game. 4 minutes at a time in the City game. It's pretty much the exact same time. It might end the exact same time. Rice to Nketiah. To Trossard. To Nketiah. To Rice. Saka's dropped the shoulder. I'm begging you, don't let that go in. What is Upamecano doing? Thank God it's offside. Oh my God. And Vinicius is offside for the Real Madrid game. Saka's not playing well, but he hasn't limped yet. He hasn't limped yet, but he's definitely not playing well. He's not done well at all. Been terrible. This is the thing. I actually hear what people are saying with the whole April thing with Arsenal and them being at the business end of the season and Saka falling off, etc. But I will also say that part of that is Arteta's fault. He run them into the ground. You got to find. He's had multiple transfer windows to figure out depth. But it's his own fault. It's his own fault. Kimmich got a yellow card. I'm pretty sure for fouling Havertz. I'm praying Arsenal don't get a fucking goal out of this. Musiala with the tackle. That's not a foul. Again, Bayern are lucky with that as well. This ref's been dodged, man. Kimmich is lucky to win that foul. It's Doku. Gonna take on Cover. I'm pretty sure Cover will have him. Rodri, limp shot. Like ever since Bayern scored, they've done all the dark arts, and that's what you need. That's what you need. Quite precisely, the Bayern game is 7 seconds ahead of the City game right now, and it looks like that this City game is going to extra time. Even though Vinicius on the attack here, taking on a Kanji. Kanji's defended really well. Bernardo Silva's got a good foot in there. I think City are more equipped to go into extra time and do something. De Bruyne smacked it across. There's a bit of a Hollywood pass. It's terrible. It's gone out. 1 minute left in the Arsenal game. 1 minute left in the Real Madrid game. Great tackle from Goretzka. Is that a throw-in or a corner? It's a throw-in for Arsenal. Jesus is taking a long throw. This is how desperate Arsenal are right now. But anything can happen. Anything can still happen. It's been booted out, and there's 30 seconds left. David Raya's got to take the fucking throw. He's got to be the ball boy, pretty much. I'm pretty sure that was tactics from the ball boy there. Ben White. Ben White to Saka. Oh my god, Arsenal got a free kick. Arsenal got a free kick. Why did you touch him there? They tried to take it quick and it's gone out for a corner. City are through. The block. I swear, if Arsenal fucking score from this fucking corner. Briar's there as well. Saka with a corner. It's a terrible corner. And it's full time. And Bayern Munich have done it. Fuck off, Arsenal. Bayern Munich have done it. They have beaten Arsenal in the Champions League, just like they did 7 years ago. I am very happy. It's still going on in the Real Madrid game. But Martin Keown is going to have a fucking shit day. Yes. Yes. City and Real Madrid are going to extra time, so I'm going to put that on a big screen. Lol, lol, lol. Let me just edit the banner. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to put. It's not extra time yet, so I'm going to put. I'm just going to put Arsenal out for now. Yeah. I remember this from Arsenal fans, you know. We'll take on anyone. We'll take on Real Madrid. All doing combined 11s and hyping themselves up. I've got a tweet that I need to tweet out. Where is this motherfucker? I am so happy with that. I am so happy. I like Bayern through to the semi-finals. Now I need Bayern to get knocked out of the semi-finals because I don't want Harry Kane to get anything. I'm just restarting my TV guide. Put City on the big screen. Oh my god. Oh, very happy with that. Yeah, it probably will be. I think PSG will probably go over the line against Dortmund, and then whoever wins out Madrid and City will go through definitely. Where is this tweet? I'm trying to find it. By the way, hold on. Let me show you guys the tweet. This is the tweet. Hold on. Put this to the camera. West Ham nil, Arsenal six. Pop goes that bubble. Our Central is definitely winding up Arsenal fans, but listen, I don't like West Ham Central. But one thing I hate more than West Ham Central is Arsenal fans. So with them, do what you want. The only problem is that he is very embarrassing towards the club. Don't get me wrong, but luckily he's just an online fan and nothing else. But starting from here, Arsenal are out of the Champions League, people. Arsenal are out of the Champions League, and in this second leg, they didn't really offer anything, if I'm being completely honest with you. And the reason why I say that is because not even necessarily the manager's tactics. It's not even anything to do with that. But the only one out of any of the Arsenal players that I could probably see that did anything was probably Odegaard. And Saka went down the side of Mazarari a little bit. Um, Tomiyasu had a good battle. Leroy Sane, the defense didn't do much wrong. The only thing they did wrong was, well, two things they did wrong was not score, and obviously the run for Kimmich and Martinelli probably should have got. From what I see, Saka did not limp. Saka did not limp, but it's because he wasn't getting a penalty. Arsenal fans cannot blame any referee for this one. I'm sure they'll go back to the first leg to talk about the refereeing and all of that. We're going to watch City, Real Madrid in the extra time, and they're both in the Champions League, and Arsenal are not in the Champions League. That is the main thing that you can take from today, is that Arsenal are not in the Champions League. And that is the most beautiful thing about life, is that karma always comes back around and you get what you deserve. And yeah, I could not be happier. I could not be happier with that. Um, as I said, we're about to watch City versus Real Madrid, and we'll have a match reaction for that as well. But Arsenal are out. Simple as that. Quite precisely, my friend. Quite precisely. Left to go win trophies, my arse, man. Winning nothing this year. Allegedly. I'm gonna put the banner on back. Man City 1-1. Real Madrid. Alright. Listen, if Arsenal fans want to give us more money, they can. Like, just get that GoFundMe. I'm sure people are still donating to the GoFundMe. Big up Bayern Munich, of course. Obviously, the game is just 15 seconds into extra time for the City game. Got on Twitter later. Got on Twitter to see the meltdown. Go on YouTube to see more meltdowns. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Looks like there's an injury for, I think, Bellingham in the Madrid game. Yep. Only one more trophy left, and they're not on top of the league. They're not on top of the league. So hopefully this means that Arsenal season's done. We are so close for Arsenal season to be done. If Man City just carry on as they're doing, getting through, winning games, they got to beat Brighton and Chelsea. As much as I don't want Chelsea to finish above us, if they could go and do a job on Arsenal, I won't care. and I'll have a watch along for that game as well. I have a watch along for that game as well. Arsenal Chelsea. Um, Bellingham's back up. That'll be an extra minute at a time. This is the thing as well. There's a bigger conversation to be had about Arteta throwing away the cups. Bigger fish to fry. Yep. Bigger fish to fry. That was all we were hearing last season, and now this season, I don't know what fish it is. There's been a lot of fish jokes. I'm sure there's going to be some fish and rice jokes going around. I'm not clever enough to do all of that, but um, there's got to be a bigger conversation about Arteta throwing away cups. Doku just putting a decent cross there, being direct. Um, you can't throw away the Carabao Cup. This is just Don Robbie. This is you're pretty much quoting Robbie from AFTV. Um, there's way worse fans, of course, but yeah, that was funny. Obviously, last season we have it all in our hands, as expressions would say. Um, there's got to be more bigger conversations about Arteta throwing away cups. You got to instill that mentality. You know, taking the FA Cup serious, even if you don't like the Carabao Cup. The FA Cup is a big trophy. So can't be throwing away cups, you know. Because I'm pretty sure Arsenal fans would like to see them win something, you know. Especially the match-going fans. They clearly weren't happy after they were losing 2-0 against Villa. Oh. Looks like it's going to be the longest stream that we've had. Is Rodri. I'm glad I can just focus on one game now. Obviously, semi-final draw. I'm pretty sure it's on Friday. Actually, no. There's no draw. I just realised there's no draw. Whoever wins out of these lot face Bayern. We know the rest. I'm surprised Bellingham and all these Madrid players have the energy to still press. I'm not saying they've been pressing all game, but pressing an extra time, that's a lot of energy, man. Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. I do wonder what Arsenal fans are going to say. What is there going to be attitude this time? Listen, yeah, no matter who you support, expressions is funny. Expressions is jokes, man. I'm pretty sure. I've just realised Haaland has come off. Alvarez has come on. Yeah, expression is probably the funniest football content creator that does football YouTube. He probably doesn't want to be just labelled as a football content creator because he does stuff like grilling as well. The grilling is hilarious as well. Um, but yeah, he's probably the funniest in the whole community. Guys walking punchline in terms of like he's just spitting bars all the time, man. Spitting bars all the time. When his team wins, when his team loses, it's a genuine great watch to watch. It's a great watch all the time, no matter what result Tottenham have. Here's Alvarez, Doku. This is the thing. This will give Chelsea more of a chance on the weekend because of how much minutes City have put in. And Chelsea have done more against City in the league. De Bruyne, Akanji. Keeper's caught it. Real Madrid, they want counter attacks and penalties. Can't blame them. Shame about the Arsenal. Where's your Champions League gone? I don't care if they beat us 6-0. I don't care. Not now, anyway. I cared about the game, but they can say 6-0 all they want. It doesn't result in anything. And that's probably what people used to say when we used to beat like bigger teams than us, but that's football, isn't it? Joshua Kimmich. Brahim Diaz has the ball. I just realised Brahim Diaz go back to his old club, pretty much. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Alvarez. City might have a chance here. Headed away by Rudiger. Not much has gone past him, apart from that one time in the goal. Gavardio's done well with possession there. Rodri, Doku. Here is Doku to Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva. Oh, Foden's completely miskicked here. Bobbled on his shin. Should have taken a touch. We had space. If he had taken a touch, that's going in. Rodri to Foden. Alvarez. Foden and De Bruyne straight in the middle. Both of them in the middle. Bernardo Silva. Oh, he should have passed to De Bruyne in there. Why did he just lay it off? Rodri. Doku. I'm sensing a Rodri winner. I can sense it. Doku to Gavardio. They just passed inside, but they're being patient. I get it. The thing is, Ruben Diaz and the centre back is so high up. Like, if they lose the ball, I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. Oh, De Bruyne's completely missed that header. Bernardo Silva can't keep that on. The thing is, City can still lose this as well. Lucas Vazquez is coming on. Wonder why. Generally don't know why. Is he going to play the front three? Is he going to play right back? Are they going to change to a 3? Who knows? Carvajal to Modric. Modric showed a ball over the top to Vinicius Jr. He can get past. No, Walker's got him. Walker's done so well to get his body in front of Vinicius there. I would obviously you back Vinicius against anyone, but Kyle Walker's got that experience, man. Despite the mishap for the goal, got that experience. Bellingham throwing his body into everything right now. Bernardo Silva, beautiful the way he's keeping the ball, honestly. Love the way he plays. De Bruyne. Rodri. Gavardio. Come on. Get something, man. They've got no target in the box, that's the only thing. Doku, straight at Rudiger. I don't see them scoring from a corner. They either take it short and they just keep passing sideways, or they whip it in and nothing happens. Vinicius is coming off, by the way. Madrid are definitely, they're just going for it. Vinicius is not coming off. He looks fucked. Like, he just looks tired as fuck. But Walker did so well to get his body in front of him, and I think he injured himself because he's so tired. He's put so much energy into just trying to get round him. Mad. Say goodbye to your coefficient spots as well. That seventh gets you probably Conference League now. We're not getting seventh anytime soon. So say goodbye to Europe. The Lucas Vazquez is coming on. They've got no striker on the pitch. They've got Vazquez, Brahim Diaz, and Jude Bellingham as pretty much their front three. Foden with a cross. Modric trying to win a foul. Bernardo Silva, sorry. Here's De Bruyne. Here's Bernardo. De Bruyne. Lunin punching it away. It's gone to Doku. Doku doing his typical ball roll move. Chipped it in. That's a terrible cross. Terrible cross. Oh, De Bruyne trying to win it off Bellingham. He's got lucky to win that. Got lucky to win that foul. See if that didn't show a replay. Never mind. Vazquez still telling everyone what they need to do on the pitch. It's Vazquez. Camavinga. Doki's retained possession. Obviously, he's going to go past Carvajal for speed, but Carvajal's experience. He knows how to deal with wingers that are way faster than De Bruyne in this year realm. Like I just see Rodri and De Bruyne, they're slowly creeping into shooting positions that they like. Walker. Surely this City can bring another person on, man. It's coming up to pretty much half time and extra time. There's going to be another 15 minutes of this. There's no point of extra time, I'm telling you. Bundesliga has the extra spots. Dortmund and Bayern through, yep. And if there wasn't any more confirmed, we know what's happening tomorrow. And listen, Germany have earned it. Clearly. If that's how the coefficient works, then they've earned it, that's for sure. 2 minutes at a time for the first half. I'm telling you, the meltdown is going to be fucking brilliant tonight. I cannot wait to end this stream and go on Twitter. I've got a small clip, that 2-minute clip for the Arsenal match reaction, and I've got I'll do a Man City one after whenever this game ends. Brahim Diaz through to Bellingham. Now, for example, in extra time, it's very rare that someone scores and they don't win. So whoever does score in this extra time, they've won the game. It's very rare that another team can just come back. We saw what happened 2 years ago. City had it all in their hands. No pun intended to quote Don Robbie, but and then Madrid just become Real Madrid, score 3 goals. Everyone looks exhausted. Carvajal looks like his hairline's falling off. Kanji with the header away. Bernardo Silva blocks the cross. Rudiger with the cross, and Kanji clearing it. Mendy. Brahim Diaz. It's a cross there. Rudiger! Oh, that was a chance. Yes, Wolf. Arsenal out. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Like, obviously, you want City to go through, but Arsenal gone. That's that. Like my hate watching job. I've done what I needed to do. Now all that needs to happen left is just City to just confirm the Premier League, and that is all. We've done our job for the season. No trophy in North London again. That's all we need. Thank God for that. In terms of the Arsenal game, thank God for that. Half time in the extra time, still 1-1. It'll be quite funny. Like the thing is, I, if City go out, Aston Villa are going to be the only team in England in Europe. It's mad. Ancelotti and Pep giving their team talks. No, eyebrow power. Oh yeah. Forget. I don't think it might not even reach the last game of the season. But if Arsenal want to rely on us, nah. Last game of the season, I ain't even getting up for that. I'll try and get a City fan on though for a preview. But other than that, I am not doing shit. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna see what happens. It's gonna be Moyes' last game. That's what we know. And what a low he's gonna go out on in terms of a game. Could have gone out on winning against Fiorentina. It's funny because you guys know what happened in next weekend? The North London derby. I've said this. Don't panic. Arsenal will lose at Tottenham away. I would never want Tottenham to win a game, but that's a game that they need to win. For the greater good of life. For the greater good of life. Chelsea and Tottenham need to do their job. For the greater good. For the greater good. Arsenal under pressure at the North London derby where they need to win, it will not happen. The Tottenham fans will not let the players get away with not getting something. And to be honest with you, Tottenham will probably beat Man City as well. But it won't matter by then. It won't matter. And as long as City got Rodri, they ain't losing anytime soon. They are not losing anytime soon. Not in the business end. They might draw. They're not losing. And we'll see what happens in this half. Rodri hasn't lost a game in about 60 games, 70 games, something like that. This guy is a fucking machine. And he's tired. Of course he's tired. He's played every fucking game. Rodri to Akanji. This Akanji midfield thing does my head in. Rodri, not Rodri, Foden's done well to flick into De Bruyne. Then De Bruyne's controller turned off. Literally forgot the ball, De Bruyne. Valverde's run into trouble. Referee puts his arms out like, what do you want me to do? Alvarez gone. Show them that you're a World Cup winner. I didn't expect it to go to extra time. I expected the Arsenal game to go to extra time. If I'm being completely honest. Kyle Walker. The fact that Walker's come back and he's played 120 minutes, that man is forcing himself to play. Doku, oh my god, Doku, oh my god, Doku, like oh my god, he did so well, but yeah, final ball got blocked. When the guy slipped as well, so it kind of helped him. Camavinga's still got energy, of course he does. Camavinga is everything you want in a midfielder, by the way. Everything you want: energy, pace, control, technical quality, being good in both boxes, driving with the ball. Probably top five midfielders in the world. In my opinion, if you forget what in terms of the young midfielders that Real Madrid have, he's the best. He's the best. He's the best young midfielder that Madrid have. If we're putting Valverde, Camavinga, well, Valverde's not really young anymore, but you know what I mean. Forget Modric and Cruz. Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Camavinga's the best. If it goes to penalty, who do you think is going to miss? Doku, probably. Doku will miss. I think Madrid win on pens. Like, if it goes to pens, Madrid win. Militao's coming on. Yeah, I think Doku maybe. Maybe a Foden. I reckon some people are gonna get their dicks in on Foden. I just think it's written in the script, not because Foden's shit, just because it's written in the script. But yeah, English teams on pens. Jesus Christ. Carvajal will not take one because he's coming off. Someone tried putting a video of Saka limping, but it was from the last game. I'm just tweeting about Arsenal again. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna tweet. Do you want to give us another 100 million still? The hashtag Bayos. Carl Walker did not want to give the ball back to Real Madrid. If City still had Phillips, he would not make the squad. Phillips would look like Luke Shaw by now. He would have given up. And yeah, he wouldn't have made the squad. Joy made me laugh. Oh, Brahim Diaz taking on Ruben Diaz. The Diaz derby. Rodgers cleared it. Shot over the bar from Vasquez. What made me laugh about last week is Calvin Phillips wasn't in the squad for the away leg against Leverkusen. And nobody talked about it because nobody gave a shit. But it turns out that he was injured, his hamstring, eating too many burgers. Stones and Kovacic are coming on for De Bruyne and Akanji. I can understand why De Bruyne's coming off because I get it. It's penalty. I get it about the penalties thing, yeah, but De Bruyne might be dead by the time that it goes to penalties. Yeah, Stone's coming on. Fuck it. That's the amount of minutes he could probably have by now. I'm pretty sure Stones is just coming back like from a couple of weeks ago. I think he played. He was in the squad against Arsenal, but he wasn't. He was never going to come on. The ref gave the wrong signal, and City thought they had a free kick, but he gave it to Real Madrid. He even put his hands up and said, "I made a mistake." Yeah, Modric has not changed. Still got that headband. It's iconic. One of the best midfielders of all time. Definitely one of the best I've seen. Headed out quite easily there. Raheem Diaz done quite well, just keeping the ball. Couple players coming on against their former clubs, Kovacic and Diaz. I don't think Kovacic's going to do anything, but Kovacic can take a penalty, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he missed one for Chelsea when they were in the shootouts. If I was in that stadium, and if you're in a stadium and you're a City fan, you're just bricking it right now. Kovacic, it's been blocked. Rudiger's played well again. Oh yeah, for sure. What do you think I'm doing after the stream, bro? I'm just watching Arsenal channels. I'm doing exactly what I did on Sunday. I'm binge watching every Arsenal channel that I can find. The tears are lovely. This is what happens it is what happens every April and May. It is. My favourite one was when they didn't make top four. That was brilliant. Throw them in the corner, ended up. Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Bellingham. Bellingham? Is it Bellingham? No, Brahim Diaz going away there. Militao getting his body in front of that. Straight after this, I'll do the match reaction on the stream for the City game, and then I'll clip them up and put them on the YouTube channel as separate videos, and then I'm just gonna watch some Arsenal stuff. Here's Doku trying to get past Valverde. Valverde does well there. Here's Camavinga. Doku's just running around now. At this point, it doesn't really matter about structure. Now Modric gets the ball there. But honestly, stop swearing at the ref and just get the ball back. Camavinga that's tiredness right there. You just let the ball roll under his foot. Bernardo Silva, shoot, bro. Rodri. Still trying to walk in, man. Just shoot. Sure, I wouldn't be surprised. He'll play for try not to get battered. Now, in all seriousness, we'll go for it tomorrow, but as the game goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if we would just put three at the back. Because this is what pisses me off about the mentality. Is that we went 3-0 down against Fulham away, the away game earlier this season, and he puts extra defender on. Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? Even Real Madrid have been way more attacking than they're playing higher up as well against City. But we just defend. That was the lowest of lowest blocks. Like if anyone watched the last game of the Bundesliga season last season, and it was between Dortmund and Bayern Munich on the last day of the season. I don't remember who Dortmund played, but they had to both try and win the league. Dortmund got beat by a team in the Bundesliga at home, and they were playing the lowest block I've ever seen in that league. And we played a lower block than that. It was a 5-4-1, but it was pretty much a 5-5 a way we played. There was nothing else there. There was no one else. But yeah, I'm going tomorrow. Sure, of course I'm gonna go, but I'm not here for the narrative. I'm not. I'm not gonna listen to a thing that TNT Sports says when I come back. Look, this is gonna go straight to penalties. I don't see a goal happening. There's 3 minutes left. We saw Arsenal beat Porto on pens. Will Kansas City do it against Madrid? I don't know what to think now when it comes to penalties. I just usually think that the English teams lose. And Nacho Fernandez has gone on a run here. Maybe Madrid can get something. It's Valverde, Mendy, and the box of Vazquez. Gavardio does well to end it out. Like the thing is, I'm seeing good attacks from these two clubs, but it ends up going to cross. That's a bad cross from Modric. Ends up going to crosses, and then it just gets headed out. I don't know what Mendy was trying to do. This game has been a lot of poor crosses. Like in general in football, there's been a lot of poor crosses. Even in the Bayern game, it was the same thing. Foden done well to hold up the ball there away from Modric. Good strength. To be fair, Foden does stay on his feet. Foden doesn't. I'm surprised with the kind of player Foden is, the dribbler sort of player, that he doesn't dive as much. One of the few players in football that doesn't really dive. Probably should dive because he doesn't get rewarded for staying on his feet, unfortunately. Bellingham to Diaz. Kovacic gets his body in front of that. Bellingham can't get anything from that. Yeah, but Joe Bellingham should have put his leg there. Bellingham should have put his leg there and made it out like he got fouled. And VAR would have reviewed it, and it would have been last minute chaos, and it would have been the whole City got robbed thing. But I'll keep the same energy for everyone, even if that was the case. It's a 120-minute game in this instance. City are at home; they should have put two ahead. Phil Foden, Alvarez might as well have a shot. It was a shit shot though. Maybe one more attack in this game. Ever so, maybe. Madrid fans still chanting, from what I can see on the screen. Lunin boots it up, but it's going out of play. Cavani on to Kovacic. Cavani puts it through to Doku. Oh, he drags it away from Vazquez, but it comes off him and it's out for a goal kick. That's pretty much done. Penalties it is. Penalties it is. I don't know who's going to win, but I'm going to put a bet on the fact that's probably Real Madrid. Not a literal bet, but just figuratively speaking. Uh, fun fact, guys. Tweet from Fabrizio. Let me get this there. Arsenal are out of the Clubs World Cup after tonight. So I'm pretty sure this tournament is in the summer. For some reason, Chelsea are there. I'm pretty sure that's just because they made Champions League final years ago. Real Madrid, Atletico, Bayern, Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Inter, Juventus, Benfica, Porto, and Salzburg. I'm pretty sure that's the summer tournament. Hopefully, that's live somewhere because I'll be watching. This is also the first time that um, Man City have had the penalty shootout in the Champions League. Eric Dyer, there's another stat. I don't read stats, but Eric Dyer has now reached as many Champions League semi-finals as Arsenal have in their history. That's sad. Salzburg cheerleader. Yeah, Salzburg are there for vibes, man. They're just there to play gegenpress football, and that's it. Imagine Salzburg win it. Oh, I want to look at penalties Twitter too much because I'll save it for you know the tears. Guardiola's passionately talking. I wonder what end they're going to shoot. I hope it's at the end where it's the Madrid fans because you get to see both fan bases. So I like it at that goal. Hopefully we get it there. Obviously, they probably ideally wanted Haaland and De Bruyne in a penalty shootout, but they've got players that can take penalties. Sam, I'm pretty sure Alvarez didn't take one in the World Cup. I think Dybala was on by then. Dybala and Martinez were on. Um, Rodri will take a pen. City aren't that good at penalties. I remember in the lockdown season, they struggled for penalty takers, and it was genuinely a debate whether Edison should take a penalty. Walker, Nacho discussing heads and tails for the goal. So it's not even heads or tails. It's pretty much. Oh, it's not that goal. It's the other fucking goal. Obviously, no spoilers in the chat, please, because I'm probably delayed. I'm probably behind you guys. I think City are taken first, and they're going to the other end. So there's no Madrid fans, just in front of City fans. I'll make sure this is a clip as well. I'm gonna write this down. I need to write this down so I can clip stuff from my stream. Um, 2-11 Arsenal. All right, Alvarez will be the first penalty taker, lads. We're nearing into 11 p.m. This is going to be mad. Discussing with the goalkeepers about wasting time and stuff. It takes all the fun out of the game. I can't lie. It kind of dampens the Emmy Martinez tactics. All right, penalty shootout time. Penalty shootout time. Alvarez with the first penalty. Scores. Good penalty. Good penalty. No spoilers in the chat, please. No spoilers in the chat. Just warning you. Just warning the two of you watching. Who's going to take it first? I'm going to assume it's Bellingham. Sure, I think Rudiger could take a good penalty, though. No, Modric, of course. The experienced man. Modric against Edison. I wonder what Edison's like when it comes to saving penalties. I don't really know myself. Modric, it's a save from Edison! Out of all the players that I thought would score or miss a penalty, I didn't think Modric would miss. I did not think Modric would miss. And it wasn't a great penalty. It wasn't like aiming right in the corner either. But listen, credit where it's due. Edison will get the credit for that, as he should. But it was a bad penalty, I do have to say. The referee is asking for a ball. Oh, all the players. It's not even like Modric is tired. He barely fucking played. Like, they finally got a ball for Bernardo Silva to take his penalty. I can't believe we've already got a miss or a goalkeeping save for one of the first penalties. All City needs to do is just score with the rest. It's quite simple as that. Penalties is a lottery. Bernardo Silva. Oh my god, that's awful. That is awful. Bernardo Silva, what the fuck are you doing? That is an awful penalty. What was he doing? He just shot it straight in the middle. That's such an awful penalty. Oh my god. What was he thinking? I'm just so confused. I'm so confused. I want to know what he was thinking. Jude Bellingham now for Real Madrid, like I just don't understand. Bellingham, he doesn't fear anyone. This will prove it if he can take one for England in the Euros as well. Bellingham will take, and it's a good penalty. Does Edison 1-1. It's all even now. Modric will be relieved that Bernardo Silva had a way worse penalty than him. Kovacic. And Kovacic, as much as I said about him, I don't know if he really misses that many penalties. I don't have confidence in him. I don't. Kovacic. Yeah, he missed. He's missed. That's a terrible penalty again. That was exactly like the Modric penalty. That was exactly the same. That's a terrible. I didn't see any confidence in his face. That's a terrible pen. There's been some bad penalties, man. And if I'm being honest, like I know we're still a bit in, but it might be game over. Vasquez, what's he like at pens? If Vasquez scores, they've taken the lead. Then all it is two penalties left. This run up is interesting. It's exactly like Paquetá's. And it's an in. It's straight as this is kind of the same as the Bellingham one. Same as the Bellingham one. No spoilers. No spoilers. Vasquez has done his job. Now City have now City have lost their lead. Foden now. I saw him miss a penalty against West Ham in the Carabao Cup penalty shootout. He takes one now. In. City are still in it. Pressure straight back on Real Madrid. Ah, man. I'm the main man I'm looking at is Bernardo Silva because that Kovacic penalty was terrible, but that Bernardo Silva penalty was even worse. It's probably like I think it's with City going out. It takes the light off Arsenal going out, so that's my problem mainly. But I don't care that much. Nacho and it's in. If City miss, Real Madrid are through, and then if obviously Real Madrid score the next one, they're through as well. Now who's going to take this one? Is it going to be Doku? Is it going to be Rodri? I'm assuming it's going to be Rodri. It's Edison. I did say about him taking penalties. Jesus Christ. thing is, if your goalkeeper misses, there's going to be a lot of speculation about your goalkeeper. Yeah, he scored, but there would have been a lot of speculation about him being the fourth taker. Oh fuck, City, man, you have fucked it up. You was at home as well, and you had that chance. Rudiger, Edison pacing up and down. That does not give me confidence. If Rudiger scores, Real Madrid are through. Deep breath. Rudiger is a goal, and Real Madrid are through to the semi-finals to face Bayern Munich, and Manchester City are out at their own ground. Wow. Wow. Edit this quickly. Manchester City are out, and you can blame the penalties, and I will blame the penalties because it's mad. It's mad. The Bernardo Silva one was terrible. The Kovacic one was terrible. The Modric got away with one, but at home you got to put more chances away. They didn't. A defensive mishap for one, and just a lack of clinical edge in the end. A lack of clinical edge. I can't believe I can't believe City are out. And no, that I mean, there's no trouble again. And City will get laughed at, and rightly so, because they didn't finish their chances at home. Both English teams are out. English teams are really letting themselves down in Europe this year. But Real Madrid, probably the favourites now to win the Champions League. Well, obviously, I do think they'll beat Bayern Munich quite comfortably, and I think. Oh my god, the storyline that could happen, by the way, Kylian Mbappe against Real Madrid in the final. If that happens, either that, or we could see a Dortmund Bayern Munich final, or just a boring one like a PSG Bayern or Dortmund Real Madrid. Those two combinations will be very boring. I imagine it'll be PSG Real Madrid. Ancelotti and Pep talking right now. I'm sure Pep will be obviously just pissed off. They can only win 2 trophies now. And again, for the standard of last season, they're probably not going to be happy with that. I don't imagine City fans will be too happy either. I don't think they expected to win the treble again this season, but they'll be disappointed with that. That performance was getting there in the second half, right at the end, but it was not enough clinical edge. There were not enough chances taken. Doku did well when he came on, but that was it, really. That was it. I didn't really see much from a lot of players that could have stood up. But that's it, really. That's it. And listen, this stream has gone on for 3 hours, guys. So thank you for everyone that joined and liked the video and subscribed. We've got a couple new subscribers as well. So thank you for everything, and I'll see you guys next time.